Oh, fam, we finally won a game. We didn't play. Listen, what I'm really referring to is this. The Raiders won. They beat the Cardinals. Suddenly, I'm watching the chat. Everybody's in celebration mode. Shameless. Listen, let me tell you something right now. Don't go getting your hopes up too high about the 49ers maintaining this position. Remember, we have a problem with closing. So therefore, right now we have the number one pick, but there's 6 whole weeks left. A number of things could go wrong. We could go on a winning streak. And you know the Raiders ain't going to beat too many more teams this year. God, I was laughing my A off. John Gruden and Derek Carr, they had to hold John back from kicking Derek's butt. What a season. Another season of nothing but antics, comedy, and pain. All mixed up in the same thing. It kind of, your emotions are being pulled in every which looks like I'm milking a cow with strange, I can't say the word, can I? Anyway, it's just strange. Anyway, I can't wait till the offseason. Every year we're having to say we can't wait till the offseason. I'm sick of waiting for the offseason. I did enjoy the fact that, my theory is, once the team goes to the Super Bowl or gets to the highest pinnacle, the next year following is usually what's our excuse? We just haven't went to the pinnacle yet. But the Eagles got their butt handed to them. My good God. And now they're saddled with all kind of injuries too. But enough about them. What about us? Okay, as I was going to say, the 49ers, my question is, why in the world can't the 49ers close some of these games out? We had no business, as you can see from today, we had no business losing to the Cardinals twice, let alone, you know what, once, let alone twice. I understand Larry Fitzgerald is the 49ers kryptonite, but still, he ain't got no help out there. David Johnson, the 49ers have stopped the run. It's just obscene to watch the Cardinals lose to everybody but us. 2 wins they got us. God, that's an embarrassment. Okay, let us try to keep calm and discuss these matters in a civil tone. Anyway, the 49ers, as you know, these guys can build a lead over a lot of teams, and not all of them are Raiders disgusting. Some of them are actually pretty good. The thing is asking them to hold on to a lead of less than a touchdown in the fourth quarter with a couple of minutes won't happen. What's up with that? What is up with that? Why can't they close out games? What makes this even more frustrating is this. With Jimmy G out for the year, the 49ers had developed a really strong running game behind that powerfully built, all of a sudden rejuvenated, looking like they know what they're doing. Offensive line. I am so proud of them dudes right now. People still crying about it, but I'm telling you right now, that offensive line is way better than last year. I'm way better than last year. Not just a little improvement, way better. This is why I'm just honking that horn. Offensive line. Thank you. Thank you. And Matty B, who knew? We knew last year, but we had Carlos Hyde. We wanted to make sure that Carlos got every opportunity to re-sign a new contract with the 49ers. So Matty B, know your role and stay in it. Biggest mistake of all time. Matt Breida could be one of the league elite. We're talking about a guy he's got an average this year that's ridiculous. And Raheem Mostert came out of nowhere, and again, attribute that to that offensive line. And you know what? Here's the thing. The offensive line, I'm still concerned about Alfred Morris. There's something very strange. Why can't Alf do any better than he's doing? Alf gets 3 and 4 yards a carry. Meanwhile, Breida, 100-something yards last week, his second of the season, had a 100-yard game. Mostert was kicking Matt's ass before he went out. What? This is why I'm so If next year I have such plans. You bring Jerick McKinnon back, but you give me Mostert. Let Mostert let Mostert and Matt Breda take over the running duties. I will line up. I got Jerick McKinnon all over the line of scrimmage all game long. He's in the slot. He's on the outside. He's lining up where tight ends. Him and I get crazy when I think about him and Juszczyk just everywhere in the line, and George Kittle out there at the same time. This is why we don't have the personnel yet to be. Shit, man, the personnel needs to stay healthy. You get the lineup I'm talking about together with Jimmy G, and I can guarantee you, Kyle Shanahan is taking his time with G. What you saw at the beginning of the season with G, learning what Kyle wanted him to learn. You seen what Kyle allowed you to see. Look what he did with Nick Mullins already. See, Kyle Shanahan can make a quarterback like that look like he's looking now. CJ is another story. I'm not sure what to say about him. But the thing is, Jimmy G gets back in the camp next year. What you're seeing in Nick Mullins pales in comparison to what you can see from Mrs. Garoppolo's baby boy. You see, that's why I know good and well next year this team rolls, baby. Oh, Mostert, Breda. The opposite of running backs. Ooh, and the 49ers, they're looking smooth as silk at time. When they're running that pace, they say the 49ers are pretty much averaging about 4 minutes it takes them to get down the field at max. There are times when they get down the field in 2 and 3 minutes, but at max, you get the 49ers, they will get you into the red zone even now. Even now. And this is with a team, this is why I give Shanahan all the credit in the world sometimes. Because with the team he's got now, third-string quarterback, guys missing up and down. He ain't got nothing but George Kittle and Matt Breda most of the time. Now, for sure, Mostert's gone. Alf is, I don't know what happened to Alf. He ain't, and our wide receivers, I got Marquise has missed how many games? But when he's played, he's caused an impact. What about the rest? Other than George Kittle. I'll get to that in a minute, though. It's the 49ers are actually built to hold on to lead. So when you look at Mr. Clutch, George Kittle, and Kyle Juszczyk, the 49ers are a team tailor-made to hold on to leads, but yet they can't? What is it, y'all? Some blame will have to go to Kyle Shanahan, as much as I hate to say so. You refer to those moments during the Falcons Super Bowl, and this is why I ain't on that train, but people do use Kyle and what happened. Those moments during the Super Bowl, that collapse, when he was only the OC, because apparently Dan Quinn has nothing to do with what happens in Atlanta. It was all about Kyle. It's pretty much what everybody believes, right? So forget about Dan Quinn and Shanahan's fault. But Shanahan, like with the 49ers, gives the defense plenty of points and leads into the fourth quarter. He's not the defensive coordinator. If I give you a 25-point lead and you lose it, don't look at me. This is why, if I'm Shanahan, this is what I'd be saying. I gave you 25 points. You took it in the fourth quarter. You lost the lead. They blame my ass. Shanahan never said anything, though. I'd have been pissed. Atlanta's defense needs more credit, allowing a team to come back like that, and they should have got it. Still, the 49ers, I want to connect that to this, though. The 49ers are allowing teams nowhere near as potent as the Patriots. So that Super Bowl game is not legit evidence to blame Shanahan on that. Take that off of Exhibit A and throw it in the garbage. But the defense is under his watch now. Now, you can blame Shanahan for that. It's his defense. The offense or a combination of both. Is Shanahan a great opening scriptwriter who gets outmaneuvered with halftime adjustments? You answer that one. I'll give you a few minutes. I'll let you do that. Is he a great offensive coach who either neglects his D, or is he having to deal with a bad DC, or something else altogether? This gives credence to the argument that Shanahan needs an OC. I don't ever want to see anybody there calling plays besides Kyle Shanahan. If anything, I want a guy like Ron LaFleur that stays in my quarterback's ear, but you stay away from the sideline during the game. Shanahan calls the plays, period. That's my opinion. You know what, though? Let me quickly go over some games the 49ers had no business losing after having established leads. We'll start by acknowledging one truth, fam. And I hate to say this. You know how I hate to say it. But the 49ers are not a good team this year, especially with Jared McKinnon and Jimmy G and starting free safety Adrian Colbert out. And I know what you're saying about Colbert. He wasn't looking all that good. But listen, Colbert was gaining momentum. When he went down that last play, when he fell back and tore his ankle up, Colbert was starting to get it. Now, with the kind of speed and God-gifted talents he's got, he could be the man. Jimmy Ward is doing not bad. But the hopes for this year were based on projecting a lot of success from players who were backing up starters from week 4. Still, Shanahan, the 49ers offense, he would not let it break all the way down, as you notice now. They lost 4 games that they were right in there to win if they just could have closed the damn things out. 14-0, 17-6 over the Chargers. 30-23 over the Green Bay Packers. And these games, I'm talking a couple of minutes left in the fourth quarter. All right. 15-3 over the Cardinals. 15-3 over the Cardinals. 20-10 over the Giants. A little misleading, but still. I just want to go over a couple of games just to point out a couple of things here. We lost to the Chargers 29-27. This was on the road. In the first game after JG was lost for the year with that ACL injury. Chargers were not highly regarded at that particular time, but have proven to be one of the best teams in the NFL now. Right? So it's amazing that the 49ers did as well as they did with CJ out there to begin with. Niners racked up 14 points in the first quarter, led behind that pick six from Antoine Exum. And a quick drive, 6 plays, 56 yards. That was probably best credited to Kyle Shanahan's planning on that. It was really smooth. Then after that, they sputtered after that, scoring a TD on 182-yard pass play to Kittle at the end of the third and a field goal that capped a 9-play, 49-yard drive. Meanwhile, the Chargers steadily came back and got a couple of breaks. A 56-yard punt return earned them a field goal to tie as the first half ended. Before that, the Niners' red zone weakness had forced him to settle for a field goal after first and goal at the 8. Joe Staley was injured in the second quarter, and that may have had a lot to do with the 49ers' offense going into death mode. And in the second half, CJ, who had an excellent game in general that week, threw 2 INTs. Game over. I get all... sometimes you shouldn't reminisce. The teams traded field goals in the lead in the fourth quarter, but that game can actually be excused. Yeah, it can. Second INT, the Chargers were at home. That was way too much. We can conclude the 49ers lost against a very good team on the road behind a backup quarterback. The Niners played a very good team. Tough to the end. No shame there for anyone. Can't blame anybody on that. If you take everything being equal, you can't really blame anybody on that. Now, let's go for the one more, though, that I'm still pissed off about. Green Bay 33-30 loss. At Green Bay. Packers 4-5-1. They're not that good, fam. They're not that good. Even they prove that they're not that good. They just aren't. Aaron Rodgers' early season injury had him limping around before that Monday night game even started. Game is against the 49ers was the first game since week 1 where he wasn't listed on the final injury report. Aaron puts up 425 yards and 2 TDs. 25 of 46. He puts the ball 46 times. Where was the pass rush? Where were we? If a man puts up 46 attempts, somebody needs to kick his ass. Where were we? He didn't throw not one INT. Marquise owned the Pack's secondary in that game, which is why that loss sucks so bad. Excuses are available, though. A highly questionable legal contact call on Richard Sherman. We hang our hat on it. No takeaways for the 49ers defense and the most devastating timing for an INT by CJ with the 49ers perfectly primed for winning Monday Night Football. That's at the Packers. We had 33 at the Packers 46 with 113 left. Go! Ah! But once again, the bottom line was on the road with our backup quarterback against Aaron Legend Rodgers. The Niners almost won, and that, rather than Rodgers driving for the winning field goal, was amazing development. Bottom line, Aaron Rodgers versus C.J. Beathard. You cannot ask for anything more. Be satisfied, 49er fans, that you even stayed in the field with the Packers in Lambeau. You know what? I ain't even going to talk about the Arizona game because I'm about to get upset. I'm going to quit. You know what I'm going to do? Here's the thing, fam. Give me some reasons why we can't hold on to games. So hold on to that thought a minute. I just want to go over one more thing about the players because Kyle Shanahan made it clear heading into the bye week that things will look a little different for the 49ers as they examine their roster to see what pieces they're going to work with into the 2019 season. Now, that could mean fewer snaps for veterans and more snaps for players who've had only limited opportunities in this season already. Look for Marcel Harris out of Florida, spent the first 8 weeks of the season on injured reserve as he worked his way back from an Achilles tear that he suffered in his final college season, should I say. He's gotten action on special teams the last couple of weeks, actually, and he played 6 snaps during the Raiders blowout. I like to say, it just feels good, Raiders blowout, Kings of the Bay, 49ers, even though it don't mean nothing right now. Adrian Colbert and Jaquaski Tart pretty much have been... They haven't actually measured up to what was expected. This is a lot of things. This is the thing that's going on. This is a lot of the issue this year. Richie James, we should see a lot more of him. Where is Trent Taylor? See, where has anybody seen Trent? You know, I don't know if it's play planning or Jimmy G's not there or what, or was it the back injury that Trent Taylor became invisible this year. At times, I forget he's on our team. Yeah, look for Richie James to be in there for no other reason but to let Trent's back heal all the way up. James is an explosive athlete out of the slot who may not be as reliable as Trent, but he brings a big play element that Taylor really probably doesn't. So he has to get his opportunities in the passing game, and he probably will. DJ Reed, I have a feeling DJ Reed's snaps got cut back due to the fact that he dropped that. Reed dropped that kick. You know, Kyle is, he's unforgiving. We've not seen, when's the last time we've seen prime? I mean, not prime time. When's the last time we've seen Selleck time? After that game versus the Chiefs, we've not seen Selleck at all. Every now and then you see him out there blocking. I don't know, fam. So we'll see what happens to DJ Reed. You would think, though, with Jimmy Ward being in his last year, you'd put more DJ Reed in order to be able to allow Jimmy to go ahead and take that big contract and go. So we'll see what happens with that. Dante Pettis. Now, here's the story. The effort to get more action is already underway. Dante played 41 snaps against the Giants and was targeted a high of 6 times in that game. And that's happening since week 4 when he hurt his knee, right? So 3 catches for 96 yards in that game. So you know, listen, the talk about Dante Pettis being the best is silly, okay? Stop. It's not true. Pettis just hasn't had enough run yet and not enough burn. With the way Garcon is just slowly getting worse and worse as far as health-wise, look for Pettis to get a lot more snaps during the course of the season. Julian Taylor. Let me tell you this one last thing before I go to the phone. You do know against the Giants in the last 3 minutes, it was impertinent that the 49ers rush get to Eli. Do you know who was on the sidelines? Eric Armstead, Solomon T. Sheldon Day and Ronnie Blair were out there going to war with DeForest Buckner. That's a bad sign. And the 49ers are looking for a reason not to pay Eric Armstead already going into next season. his contract expires, he's liable to be let to walk. Because we still got Contavious Street to look at and Julian Taylor. If Julian Taylor comes in and shows out, I don't care what Contavious looks out, Eric is probably done. 3 minutes left in the game. I need to depend on somebody to close this thing out. And that's another solid reason why. The defense has no body other than DeForest Buckner that you can rely on to get to the quarterback. I'm looking at my 2 first-round picks on the sideline. I got Ronnie Blair and Sheldon Day out there instead. What? WTF? They got, I think, and Kyle said later, I guess this was Robert Saleh's call. Kyle said later, no, I need them out there. I don't know what he meant, and maybe him and Saleh had words about that later. But Robert probably says, listen, they're not going to blame you. They're going to blame me. I took him out because I thought that was the best move. Can you see them in there having a shouting match about putting Solomon T and Eric Armstead in the game? Because if I'm Robert Saleh, man, I want people on me. Everybody's blaming me for everything that goes wrong out there. I'm making Eric Armstead sit his ass down along with Solomon T. You guys picked him in the draft, not me. I'd get fired. I know I'd get fired. Who else? Elijah Lee. He's got to get more time. Boy, the Smith boy's got to go. Him and all that money. Elijah Lee does a better job and he's in there anyway. I'm through hollering. I'm crying. I'm stopping. All right. Let's go ahead and get you on in here. Hey, Kenny, the Hart Foundation. What's up, fam? 49ers greatest team with sports history, enough said. And we will return to that reputation soon. Who's that on the phone? I'm sorry. Go hard. Two new edge rushers, 1 draft, 1 free agent, and a wide receiver, a real wide receiver. Smith, safety Colbert is not the number 1. He had a couple of good games last year, but he exposed Andre Smith. Oh, I'm sorry, exposed Andre Smith. I've got him all wrong. Andre Smith says, "Hey, what's up, fam? Omar Johnson." Yeah, shit out from the Arizona Cardinals. Go Niners. Yeah, man. Also, Smith, yes, Warner is the man. He is our true middle linebacker. I know there's a lot to be said about Reuben Foster this year, but I'm not sure what it is to be said. He's not looking like Reuben Foster. I wish I could put my finger on that. And I see somebody says, let me say that one where it says Bosa's a liability. Because, Bosa's a liability. Either he comes out balling or he gets injured like his brother. Lupino Rojas. Yeah, I'm a little worried about him now, too. Slack says, I hope you're still on the time I get home. It's Niners forever. Slack, thanks, well. We'll be here for I'll answer the phone as long as people keep calling in. Kevin Olsen, 49ers don't need to win any more games. They're going for the draft pick. But Kevin, my feeling on that is, even if we get the first-round draft pick, we've had first-round draft picks. 2 of them was sitting on the pine during last week's game. I'm concerned about them first-round draft picks. I like Gohard's idea. Can we please find some veterans, free agents, and get them in here? And then if I pull a draft pick in and he sucks, I don't have to say, oh, my God, what am I got? He can't play. He can't friggin' play. What are we supposed to do now? See, I don't want that. All right. James, come on in here, James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, it's been too many days. Here's the thing: when I don't get in here every other day, I'm bitten like crazy. I can't calm down. My producer's waving at me. Stop. Mm-hmm. James, let you talk, man. Go ahead. What's up?
Hey, man. I'm glad to see you back, man. I was, praying that you were okay, and I was praying for everybody else with that wildfire situation.
I just the air
and stuff. Yeah. And so.
Right.
I'm still keeping all those people in prayer, man,
Good.
And
appreciate
doing my best. But I'll tell you one thing that a lot of people might feel that going after a veteran edge rusher in the draft, in free agency is the big thing. But I'm going to tell you right now, I believe it starts in that secondary. Now, mind you, here's two top names that you already know. Number one is Patrick Peterson. Number two is Tyrann Mathieu. Only got a 1-year deal with the Texans, okay? Now, can you imagine Mathieu playing in the secondary as a safety, and whoever they get or promote up to play alongside Richard Sherman, even if it happened to be Patrick Peterson,
Ooh.
okay? I'm telling you, either Peterson or Tyrann Mathieu. Listen to me. The way Seattle went to 3 NFC championships and 2 Super Bowls is because their secondary was so great with Sherman, Chancellor, Earl Thomas, and I forgot the other boy that they let go as well. Their front seven had a field day on quarterbacks because the secondary was so good. Quarterbacks couldn't throw on them. If you threw on them, you were possibly going to get picked off. So I believe, if you ask me, John Lynch is going to know there's 2 great things can happen. If we can still stay there at that number 1 pick, I'm looking at it like this. If a team comes up that say they're picking 7th or 8th and they're willing to give up this year's first round draft pick, their second round draft pick, next year's second and third, make the move. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm not hung on Bosa, okay? But I am looking at Ed Oliver, the boy fellow from Clemson.
Yeah.
And then there's another boy that a friend of mine that listens to your show all the time by the name of Hakeem. He's listening right now. He told me about your show. Yeah. And, yeah. And he we met up in a clothes store. He told me about your show. So me and him were talking the other night, and he was telling me about this kid, Alexander, that I forgot what college he went to. Man, this boy's got a motor that don't quit. And I'm telling you right now, I mean, if the picks are worth it to give up that first round draft pick, the number 1 pick in the first round, a team is going to have to put up a ransom for it. Now, it ain't going to be just like when Chicago gave us 2 or 3 picks. No. But that higher pick, you sold on that player, then you're going to pay for it.
So James, you're saying you're trading that first round if that number 1 pick, then you're trading down.
If we want that high pick at number 1, listen, they could wind up. They could wind up getting 4 draft picks for it, probably. Okay. Now I'm looking at it like this. It makes all the sense in the world because I don't believe they're willing to pay $18 million a year to a pass rusher. Okay, and it's not really a whole great pack of good pass rushers coming out. DeMarcus Lawrence. Now, there's one in particular that is interesting. That boy D Ford from Kansas City.
Yes.
D Ford from Kansas City. Listen, if you're gonna ratchet it down, I don't believe the LA can of spams, as Yamin says, is going nowhere this year, but home early. And guess what? All them big time signees is out the door because they can't pay them all. You got to pay Jared Goofy.
That offensive line's getting older too.
Yeah. They're getting older, and one or two of them are going to be free agents as well. Joyner's already a safety. Mark Barron is going to be a free agent. You understand?
Yeah.
And they can't. And Easton Westbrook is going to be another free agent. Plus Marcus Peters and Talib. They can't pay all them guys, man. They cannot do it. And then they got to pay Jared Goofy next year.
Goofy.
Yeah. They done, bro.
That's the new one.
They done. But I look at it like this. If they're gonna spend some money on an edge rusher, like I say, go after D Ford, move on from Malcolm Smith, promote up Peter Tamapino. I'm telling you right now.
They won't even let him play.
That boy Tamapino is gonna be a game wrecker, bro. Once he gets on that field. I could see it how they put him on the practice squad and kept Dakota Watson. Now, Dakota Watson is starting to, I guess when you hit that 30-something years of age, you start finding that great player value coming out of you. And right now, They move on from Malcolm Smith. They promote up Peter Tamapino. They solidify that back end, like I say, either Mathau or either Patrick Peterson. We'd either have two good corners, and we got so much young depth at safety, you got to get them on the field and see who's going to be who. Because I do believe Adrian Colbert and Akello Witherspoon going to be on the same plane with a one-way ticket to Hades out of San Francisco. Okay? Now, that's just me because
And I
I
agree,
don't know.
James. A
I
lot of
think,
well, but we got to
I
stop
think
there,
when they,
James.
yeah,
Because
man,
James,
when they
you know what I'm
change
gonna
them
do?
numbers.
Next
Mhm.
time I'm gonna just go ahead and because sometimes I need to go get some. I said, James, you can take over the program, and you be bringing it out.
Don't do that, Ronbo. Don't do that, Ronbo. Ronbo, come on now. Don't
Not
make me
really,
tap
not
dance.
really. I
Come
mean,
on now. Don't
you
do
got.
that.
I feel like I'm cutting you short. James got so much to say, but James, we can tell
Bro,
you what. Save some for tomorrow. We're gonna be back tomorrow and
love what you do.
bring
Niner
more.
Empire, Niner for life. I know my boy Hakeem is listening. He know
Hakeem,
everybody on the
sup?
show, man. Yeah. Hey, but love what you do, Rombo. Thank you for your time. Thank you for what you do for us. Be blessed. Have a great
Thanks,
evening.
James.
Niner Empire, Niner for life. Thank
Always
you.
appreciate you, fam. Talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Appreciate you more.
Hey. And it's David O'Neill's birthday. I don't know why y'all be asking me, but what do we what? And Jeff Tan's birthday. It was wait a minute. I thought we did Jeff the other day. It was Jeff's birthday, and he's still celebrating, he says. So yeah, hey guy, I'm gonna give you all a dual punch, all right? Let me get a swallow of that some of that water. Oh. Happy, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy. Niners birthday to you. Hey, my boy Jeff and Dave. Happy birthday, fellas. You got that first round pick for your gift today, too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long we can hold on to it. I was watching Tampa Bay. I was actually just watching a replay, and I'm wondering who won the game. Did Tampa Bay win that game? uh, they're not going to be as easy as I thought. They don't have no defense, but then I'm going to see. Rev, come on in here, Rev.
Ronbo.
Rev. Rev, are you celebrating?
Well,
Wait, before you do that, Rev, are you celebrating the fact that we're worst team in the NFL and we got the number one pick as of this hour? But go ahead.
nah. You know, I want to start it off like I usually do. Shout out to the red and gold faithful.
Yeah.
You know, 24/7, 365. I just got this to say. Listening to the first caller.
First start out with well, like you did, because I always love when you do that. All right, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well, now that we got that out the way,
Yeah.
let me just say this from hearing the first caller. Very good valid point. One thing is we're definitely not going to get Peterson, so we can just scratch that one off. That's not going to happen. Which it sounds good. It sounds good, but it's not going to happen. What does sound good is that Jacksonville is pretty much willing to let go of Jalen Ramsey.
Oh.
For, whatever. We just have to wait and see.
Wait. Rev, don't leave this point. You know what? A first round pick, they'll take it. Rev just hit it. That's it.
If out of anything, my main thing is, and you've heard me say it before, we need to go in free agency, get veteran players on this roster. The veteran players will boost these young boys up. going back to what you said at the beginning of the broadcast, the problem is definitely Robert Solowich. Everybody who knows me that listens to the show, I can't stand his ass, and he has to go. Period. Point blank. But yeah, with Jalen Ramsey, with a possibility that Jacksonville wants to let him go, why not go get him? Only bad side is he got a mouth.
Yeah, but him
Would
and
he
Rich,
be a would
Rich would
right?
make
But
him
that's the thing.
tone it down.
That's the key. That's the key to it. If you
Yeah.
put Jalen Ramsey with Richard Sherman, I bet you that won't happen. I'm just saying.
I agree.
Defensive wise, this draft coming up, this off season, we just need to make power moves. We need to get some key veterans on this team, both sides of the ball. We definitely need a legitimate number one receiver. So that's something to really think about. I like McKinnon, but I think he lost his starting job to Breida, because Breida is God knows, man. Breida is just looking nasty, man.
Smoking.
Before he got hurt, he was, building that momentum, looking good, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. So we're definitely on the rise. I just really feel as though defensively, we just need to get rid of Salah. Go get me a real good DC. Let Kyle handle offensive. He's a good offensive minded coach. Some people don't like his scheme, his style, whatever. But offensively, there's not a lot of people with his mindset that can put numbers up in the game. If you would have asked us, let's go back 4 years ago, that the Niners were average at least 22 points a game, I would have laughed at you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's there. It's just now we got to make these moves. I just personally feel next off season, go get Clowney. He's going to be a free agent. We got the cap. Go get Clowney. Possibly talk with Jacksonville to, work a deal to get Ramsey. Probably give me another good veteran linebacker, you know what I'm saying, to really hold it down, to really teach the boys to be, much, much more sound. And a legitimate number one receiver, and we're good. And we're good. Yeah, I mean, like we're good.
Rev, one question though. If I'm so scared. Jadeveon Clowney, I do not believe the Texans are going to be foolish enough to let him walk. Even Dallas, Lawrence ain't leaving Texas. D Ford, I see is a possibility. Who else?
Possible.
Answer. Zicky can't play 5 minutes without being hurt. Bosa concerns me because it's in the Bosa DNA, because with the kind of abandon they play with, they end up getting hurt. I'm real concerned about that edge.
I think the Texans will let Clowney go.
You really think so?
I think so. I think so, because if you think about it, they just got to do whatever they have to do. I mean, the Texans have been solid. They've been a solid football team. It's not like they've been uberly horrible. They've been solid at best. But
with Clowney, though,
with Clowney, I mean, if I was in his shoes, I'll leave, because I'm wasting my talent. I want to advance. You know what I'm saying? So, and we got a good shot to do it. But we just got to wait and see. If John Lynch gets his head out of his ass and make power moves, we'll be all right. That's all I want, is just for us to make power moves.
Well,
and definitely as of right now, and I'm a Florida State Seminole fan, so I've seen Ramsey play. He is a very, very good corner.
Yeah.
The boy got skill set. I say let's go after him.
It's how the Jags, who need a quarterback seriously bad, how can the Jags say no to a first-round pick, number one? I got a feeling that might be on the table. We'll see. Rev, we need to stop there, though. I tell you what, let's come back tomorrow and see what develops on the first day of the week in Santa Clara. We'll talk some more.
Oh, no doubt. Monday Night Raw, Nature Boy will definitely be in the building.
All right, come on in. Well, Rev, I'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, I'll holler at y'all. Peace.
Be looking for you. Night, Rev. Oh, God. And let's see. You're an area code. You're 541.
Hey man,
Hey,
hey Ronbo, this an old friend, man. This your boy Dre. What's happening with you, bro?
Dre, man. Where I said I
What?
haven't seen Dre all season long. Here we is in week 11.
Hey,
What happened to Dre? Good to hear from you,
man,
man.
hey,
Shoot.
yeah, man. I
Yeah.
had some struggles going on with the law. You know what I mean? If you know
Well,
what I'm
yeah.
talking about. But that's neither nor that's here or there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
It's
glad you
all
got
taken
out of it
care of,
then.
man.
Good. All right.
Yeah. Most definitely. What's been happening with the Niner fan?
Well, and see, you came into the season with
Yeah,
all kind of expectations. So no matter where you was, you knew good and well the 49ers was just, oh, Dre, it's been awful, man. Lose Jimmy
man. I
G
mean,
and
Jared
Jared McKinnon.
McKinley.
Oh,
Jared
McKinnon.
McKinley, the week. I mean, it was. I think it was the Thursday before the Sunday game.
Yes.
He tore his ACL,
Or was it
and
Tuesday?
then
Early in the
yeah,
week.
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was early in the week, man. You know what I mean? And then Jimmy G with the torn ACL, and you know what I'm saying. Then
His chances.
Richard, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, Sherm is, you know what I mean? Sherm ain't got no help because Jimmy Ward still can't stay healthy, neither can the Kilo. You know what I mean? So it's just, I'm real disappointed, man. I think we got too much talent on that team, especially at the receiving and running back core to be at 2 wins, you know. And if you look at most of our games, man, we were lead at halftime. Green Bay, we had the game won. Giants, we had the game won.
Cardinals.
There was a couple. The Cardinals, we had the game. I mean,
Chargers.
I'm getting sick of being up at halftime, 17-3, and then losing the damn game by 4 points. It just don't make no sense.
Right.
I mean, and we're talented all over. You got to look at our defensive line. We're talented. Our linebacking core is talented. Our cornerback, if our cornerbacks could just stay healthy, man. I mean, it's just too much talent on that team to be only a 2-win team. You know what I mean? So,
Dre,
but
Dre, you know what the biggest problem is? Somebody just pointed out Salah's defense, and I'm blaming Jeff Hafley about some of this too, but they're still running around there pointing at each other after the other team scores a touchdown. Like he didn't know where he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be over here. When you do the cover 2 and cover 3, the safety is supposed to be active. Every now and then you see our safety trotting over 10 minutes after the play is over with the offensive player and the other team walking into the end zone. I don't understand in week 11, 10, 8, 7, how y'all still having that same problem?
Because Sailor is trying to run all of this intricate ass defense, man. Line it up in the 4-3 and let's get going, bro. Yeah. I mean, keep it simple. I mean, if you got Ruben running sideline to sideline, man, you don't got to be doing all of that extra shit, man. Keep the game simple and let the defense figure it out on their own, bro. Don't be doing all these intricate ass cover 2s and cover 3s and all. Don't turn your defensive playbook into an offensive playbook is what I say. It doesn't make no sense.
And cover 3 and when to press, when to zone. I don't know what playbook, where these guys learn what they're doing, and how come our players don't get it this long, Dre? It's week 11.
It literally, if you look at it, literally looks like in the second half of all of our fucking games, we're running a totally different defense than we were running in the first half.
Right.
We're running. I mean, I don't know if we have like a first half playbook for defense and a second half playbook for defense. But if you look at the games and you rewatch some of those games like I have since I came home, the defensive scheme changes from the first half to the second half, and I don't fucking get it. You can literally see it because we give up like 14 to 20 points in every second half of a game.
And Dre,
we ain't allowing a lot of points.
No, but Dre, the best part is what I really appreciate the most, become really pet peeve with me this year. They run the offense, they insult us. They run the same offensive play back to back to back. I said, they did not do that to us on TV. Everybody's watching.
I mean, you seen it in the Green Bay game. I mean, Sherm shut Randall Cobb's ass down. Dude barely had any catches. They was torching the other side so much that they had to move Richard to the other side of the damn line, and then they just went back to the right side. You got to get Richard some help.
Oh, see that's
you got to get Richard some help, man.
You know what I wish they would do in the classroom every week? I'm sure everybody's sitting there with the coach in the classroom. Will somebody raise their hand and say, Coach, yeah, I don't really get that part. Can we go over that again?
Right.
So ask the
Right.
guys. Don't go
Yeah.
out there not knowing what's going. Please,
Man,
Niners.
be a real professional, bro. Be a real professional, and I think the best professional is going to ask questions. You know what I mean? I think the best thing for us to do: shut Quisky T down, shut down Ruben, shut down Richard, shut down what's his name? The boy from that we got from the Seahawks. I like him, man. Cassius. Shut down Cassius.
Yeah.
Shut down shut down Armstead. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and what's our running back's name? Ooh, number 22. Ooh.
Matt Breida.
Breida. Ooh. Let him get his 1,000-yard season. Let Moser, you know what I'm saying? Let his forearm heal correctly. Let him come back next year.
Dre Moser got hurt, unfortunately.
I know. That's why I said let his forearm heal and let him come back ready for next year. We have a good 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful 1-2 punch, man. That boy was running the ball before he broke his forearm, man. So, yeah, man. So I think we have a formidable team. You know what I mean? I think we have one of the most talented wide receiver cores in the league. You know what I'm saying? We got the best tight end in the league right now, besides for Gronkowski, but he can't stay healthy. Ain't nobody messing with Kerry Kittle, man. I just really think that it's gonna just another season of getting that first round pick. You know what I mean? And I think trading it for Jalen Ramsey to team up with Richard Sherman would be the best thing to do. I don't see too much coming out of the draft. I see that quarterback from Alabama, Tua. He's special, but I mean Jimmy G's still our guy. So I think let go of that pick.
You got to check out the college. Greedy is there, and there's going to be an issue with that first round pick at Greedy. I can already see it now. Because everybody wants them some Greedy and Oliver. What are we going to do? We got weeks to go before that, but still. But Dre, good to hear from you, fam. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. Give me some more tomorrow.
Yeah, most definitely. For you. Yes, bro. Yes, yeah. I'm gonna be on video. Let's go.
All right, Dre.
All right, bro. See you later.
Great to hear from you,
all right,
too.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, God, man. And Maurice disagrees. He says we do not have the talent. And, the thing is, Maurice, thanks for that contribution, too. We have several individuals that are talented. Overall, as a team, if you put everybody together, we do lack some pieces. I agree with that, though. And Tyler.
Welcome to the Bo Show, everybody.
Kind of like that short for Ronnie, the Bo Show. Tyler! And Tyler, why, you know what the thing is, though, and we get back to the question, because when you talk about the 49ers, you start going around in circles. Why are we not able to close games? I just want to get back to the topic.
Okay, first off, give me a let me holler at you.
Uh-oh, Tyler has an installment. And now, it's not Monday, but it is Tyler's time, and he would like to holler at you. Tyler, take it!
To everybody who thought for a second that Nick Mullins is anywhere near the level of Jimmy G, you're crazy. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah. I love Nick. He's levels above CJ.
Yes.
He's better than CJ. Yeah. No offense, CJ. I love you, man, if you're listening. But he's better than you.
You just turned
and I like Nick. He's a good dude. Funny. He's a good quarterback. Yeah. He functions the offense. Yeah. Jimmy G extends the offense. When there's nothing there, he'll fit it in there.
True.
He'll find someone when there is no one.
Good observation. All right.
So like you watch him. He's just these tight windows. Nick and CJ would hesitate to throw into those. Jimmy's like, I know I can make this throw.
He's a good
those tight windows. The tight windows into Kittle, and he just fits it in there. Okay. We see it time and time again. Mm-hmm. And you know what makes me angry, because all these games that were so close that we lose by 3-4 points, we'd be up by at least 7 if he was playing. Think about it this way: we would have beat the Chargers, we would have beat the Packers, we would have beat the Cardinals twice. Because for one thing, Jimmy ain't fumbling that ball like CJ did. When we played at Cardinals the first time.
Exactly.
And then you see those plays and plus, even if we had started Nick before, we may be at 5-4 right now.
Yeah, he would have beat
the
Cardinals.
Jimmy would be about.
I'm convinced.
With Jimmy G would be at 7-3. I honestly believe that. But with CJ, we would be at about. With Mullins would be at about 5-4. That's my assumption.
No, it's a good one. Because
G,
you know what? As soon as Jimmy would have got to Lambeau, it goes into a light switch goes up. When he played against the Jags, Jimmy G came out of a bag. It depends on the level of competition. He likes to believe he's the best quarterback, as he did when he came into New England, looked at Brady and said, I'm better than he is. Who does that except for Jimmy G?
Yeah, think about it. McKinnon I'm sure he's going to get carries, but Breida and Mostert may carry most of the running load.
They should.
McKinnon might get, or they might have I don't know, they may have a three-headed monster. You see how Mostert played. Mostert was fantastic.
Because he's already going to be on special teams. So he's going to be on the field. He's not going to be inactive.
Throw in Jet. He's fantastic. We haven't been throwing the ball to our running backs this year. And believe it or not, that's a huge deal.
Yeah, it is, especially in Kyle's offense. But you know what, Kyle?
Man.
Did you see that catch that Breida made? It's Kyle sometimes. He should trust Breida a little more.
What made me angry was when Nick threw that, I thought in my head, oh, he overthrew it. And Breida jumped up. I was like, Nick, you got lucky, timed. Bro. Yeah. I was about to get mad at you. I literally, when he threw it, I was like, oh, no, he overthrew it. Like, for half a second in my head, I'm like, he overthrew that ball. Yeah. Like, are you kidding me? And then, yeah.
Breida
did you have that moment? Feet. Did you have that moment for half a second?
I did.
Where you're like, oh, no.
As soon as it left his hand, you could see the trajectory. It looked like it was going to go over his head, like you're saying. And all of a sudden, Breida, who we didn't know had hops like that, goes up and grabs that touchdown. So what?
Breida's a stud, man. We are going to be able to run the ball. It's that simple. The only thing that I got concerned about was, what if they just get one-dimensional and have Breida be the runner and then have McKinnon be the receiver? It's like they know you're going to pass and put McKinnon out there, so they're going to have to run McKinnon, which I'm sure they will do.
Good point.
Stop it with the McKinnon lost his starting job. No, he didn't. Yeah. That's not how this works. Okay? He can have a great season, but obviously Kyle evaluates these guys. He believes that McKinnon is better. Now, obviously, sometimes I question his evaluation because he thought CJ was better than Nick. That's neither here nor there.
You're right. I have no idea what Kyle was drinking or smoking to come up with that conclusion. But before you continue, I just realized, like you said, now you've got a dual threat that can both pass and catch. If you line up Jerick McKinnon and Matt Breida in the same backfield, the way Breida's snatching down passes, I think we're going to see more of that toward the end of the season. Now the DC doesn't know what to do. And you got Kyle Juszczyk lined up over there in the slot as well.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have... And you know what? I think Garrett Selleck, Kyle's had enough of him. I think Kyle has a hand-picked out tight end already in the draft that he wants to draft.
I know. Now, I hope he does.
I think we're going to have – I don't know who's going to be playing Z receiver. I'm not a big fan of Bourne playing Z receiver unless we're in the red zone.
Yeah.
He hasn't been making too many plays. I want Richie James out of the slot. He's way more shifty. He's more of a playmaker. Yeah. He needs to get more opportunities. The first play of the preseason, Jimmy G got him. So, I mean, Richie James has to get that chance. Richie James should be the next year, my starting lineup, Goodwin, Richie James in the slot. And I don't know about Dante Pettis yet.
Yeah, we see that Seymour to the right.
I don't want him in the slot. If Pettis is going to play, have him play outside.
Yeah, he's got to play. I
don't want him in the slot.
Because Garcon's not going to be there. Tyler, we need to say some of this.
He's too big to be playing the slot.
Well, let's finish this tomorrow. Great points. But
just like you said, that vision, McKinnon, Breida, all that speed, it's going to kill. And you know what? You add those veterans, add some veterans on defense, it's going to be scary.
It is. All right, Tyler.
Go ahead and vote Kittle into the Pro Bowl.
He's already in. All right, Tyler. Give me the pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb. Can you smell what the rod is cooking?
Let me usher him in. Wait, let me get a little sip Oh, I want to thank the American breweries for doing such a good job. Niners! Rod! Good to hear from you, bro.
Oh man, we appreciate that gracious welcome, Mr. Ronbo. How you doing, sir?
Oh man, anytime I'm looking at the draft, but Rod, I don't depend on the draft no more. After the last 2 seasons, after you actually go all the way back to Armstead, Rod, were you and I both trying to give Armstead a break? I'm through with Armstead.
Yeah.
Him and
Man,
Solomon
look,
T on the
they need to get
sidelines
off
with 3 minutes to go against that Giants game. That pretty much wraps it up for me. So,
I think it's depth, man. I think it's depth. I mean, bottom line is this: every time you draft somebody in the first round, it's not gonna always be a gold medal. Sometimes you got to settle for the silver and the bronze, man. And I mean,
a fourth place.
I feel like with Armstead's case,
yeah.
I mean, he battled the injury bug. Yeah, he battled the transition and defensive changes from 3-4 to 4-3.
Yeah,
and this year he actually looked like he has a little bit more consistency to what it is he brings to the table. Now, I've been listening to you guys talk about why the Niners haven't been able to
close out.
We got to keep something in mind. Number one, we're taking the same defensive philosophy that the Seahawks had. One thing that the Seattle Seahawks had, which made them so great, is they had depth. Okay, the brother was talking about earlier who they had at cornerback. They had Richard Sherman. They had Brandon Browner. They also had a guy by the name of Byron Maxwell. But then, as far as the pass rushing and the linebackers go, they were deep. And I just give you some names like who they had. They had Chris Clemens. He had Red Bryant, Cliff Averill. We had Bruce Irvin. I mean, these guys were stacked, man. Awesome. And I mean, I make this point every time I call you guys. We talk about Robert Saleh, what an awful job he's doing. But I mean, what great defensive coordinator do you know that doesn't have much talent at the beginning of the changing of the philosophy has success? It's gonna take some time. And I mean, right now they really just trying to figure out what these guys can do best. I think Reuben Foster, you guys don't stop being worried about him. Yeah. The man had an off season full of legal troubles.
Yes.
So, he got a late start on his. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna be fine, but a lot is gonna ride on the decision maker John Lynch makes. I feel like he's gonna have to be a little bit more aggressive than he's been in the past. And I give him a B- to this point as far as transactions being made, but I still think that he lacked aggressiveness that we need for us to at least be a contender this year.
Rod, let me ask you a question though. Should John Lynch lower? There's requirements that the 49ers seem to have right now. You need to be a good citizen. You need to be a person that could go into the clubhouse and enhance the atmosphere. They take these down. When they're giving the evaluations, they're looking down a list of things that you need, questions you're going to ask that you need to answer. You and I both know there's a lot of individuals who play great football that are not of the purest personality. So, I wish you and I and others could sit in and give John a little tip during the course of those interviews and say, John, listen, that I believe that boy came from a background that was a little bit rough. Now, he may be a little frightening in the answers he gives you, but in the end, he'll be about the most loyalist guy you got on the field. See, these are the things that I don't think, but John's been around brothers for a long time. He should know, which is what worries me about some of the players I know he skipped because he thought of character problems. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if, like you're saying, can he please look a little deeper sometime? Because some of the boys out of the SEC, all of them are not going to be polite boys you'd go to church and the kind that you want your sister to bring home to introduce to the family.
I agree 100%, man. And I think a lot of that you have to put on Well, you can blame the owner, Jed York, for that. I think the pressure under him, if you remember, ultimately he made the statement that he's trying to change the culture.
Yeah.
So my idea is that you're absolutely right. You know, a lot of times these guys come into the league with troubled history because they didn't have the ability to make money that they can make in the NFL. So, you know, you got to let some of that stuff go. You know, I for one still think it's a bullshit shame that the league allowed Ezekiel Elliott to take a suspension for things he did while he was at Ohio State. I mean, the bottom line is these guys in college, they're going to, yeah, you know, they're going to do dumb things.
Yes.
You know?
Jameis Winston,
so, I mean,
that's another hilarious. But Jameis tore his ass after he got out of school. But that's another story.
Yeah. Oh, and you know, that's food from my state. So, you know, we really holding our head down on his shit. But, I mean, it's like I said before, though, Ronbo, I think, like you, we don't want to put too much emphasis on that first overall pick. I think we need to view all the possibilities. You know, we might be able to move down to 3 and pick up 2 additional picks. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what we can do? Yeah. And I'm like, you know, that Bosa kid, I know he's projected the number 1 pick in the draft, but let's do our research. Let's do our research because this as far as pass rushers go, this is a talented draft.
Well, I heard about several. Ed Oliver. I mean, there's guys all over the place that may not be necessarily. I don't know. I need to see more of Bosa. His film looks like he's out of his mind. I kind of like that about him. But if he can't stay healthy, what does he use? Anyway,
right?
Rob,
Exactly.
We got to continue tomorrow. Every time I talk to you, the time runs by and look like 2 or 3 seconds. Right. I'm gonna look for you tomorrow, though, fam.
Give me one more. Look,
you know I
can't. Make one more statement before I hang up this phone.
Go ahead.
One more statement. Last point to make is this right here. Guys, keep in mind. Listen to what I'm saying. Jerick McKinnon is nothing but Matt Breida. They're the same player. The only difference is Jerick McKinnon, when he's healthy, is more agile because he's a little bit faster. But they're the same player. One of those guys, I'm going to say we need to get rid of the Jerick McKinnon contract, and let's try to go for a stud back. Now send me home, baby.
Niners! Rod.
Shout out to the Empire.
Yeah. Be looking for you tomorrow, Rod. Man.
We'll be there.
Everybody's making such good points tonight. Can you imagine them entertaining the idea? Say, well, you know, we got a lot in Matt Breida. We can save a lot of money by let's go ahead and see what we can do with Jerick McKinnon contract, and let's move in another direction and get this guy and this guy and this guy. You know, it's sometimes people say things like, well, you know, with a torn ACL for that kind of position, it could be scary. You know, you don't worry about your quarterback, but you can have to worry. Oh, never mind. I'm just talking because I like Jerick McKinnon, and I kind of hope he comes back, actually. I hope he does. I hope he comes back healthy. Will, come on in. Yeah, Will.
What's up, Ronbo?
Will, man, I'm telling you right now, man, it's like we've already gotten like postseason mode. You know what I'm saying? We're looking at the draft. We're talking about making trades. We're talking about trading McKinnon. Save that money we already got. As Rod just pointed out, you got Matt Breida. That's Jerick McKinnon. Maybe a little less quick and shifty. Man, no, but Bosa is like, maybe don't get him. Trade that first pick. Try to get Jalen Ramsey. I'm loving the things that are going back. Will, what's on your mind?
Well, first of all, I just want to say this, man. I'm just going to end this right now. All y'all talking about Jerick McKinnon is not starting next season. Y'all on some type of drugs or something. I don't know, y'all drinking tonight or something. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm going to tell y'all something. Kyle Shanahan, when the 49ers got Jerick McKinnon, Kyle Shanahan formulated a plan for Jerick McKinnon to be the main asset to his offense. He did not go through all that offseason to get McKinnon and set up all that and to set that plan up for McKinnon for his offense for this year. So he's not gonna wait. He didn't waste all his time for that. So when McKinney comes back, he's starting. Matt Breeden's gonna be the backup, and Most is gonna be the third back. I'm just saying, like, no, Kyle Shanahan didn't go through all this formulating that
just to say goodbye in 2019. I hear you.
Right. and then on top of that, we never seen him play in his offense. Like, you're gonna spend all that money to get him, and then he gets hurt, and you still haven't seen what he's done, and you just want to throw him away like that after he didn't.
And then he goes to another team and just and within our conference and beats our ass.
Right. We never seen what he do. Because he hurt himself, and Kyle Shanahan didn't go through all that and pay him all that money just to throw him away after next season because he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's just like what the Rams did with Brandon Cooks. They didn't know what he was going to do in that offense, but they went on and gave him all that money. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So, like, all that McKinnon talk, like, McKinnon's gone this year. Nah, he's going next year.
You got to be careful you get rid of. Yep. Because Sammy Watkins, because you got to be careful you get rid of. You're right, because Sammy Watkins tomorrow night is going to tear the Rams up. I already know. You know?
Yeah, that's going to be a high-scoring game,
yeah.
Yeah. And, well, with that being said, moving on to Kyle, I like that message Kyle gave to the team for the bye week. Like, either your ass gonna show up and ball, or your ass gone this year. Like, so I'm just hoping Eric. I just hope Eric Armstead don't do shit. I want him gone.
You ain't gotta hope too hard because Eric. But Will, I just want to point this out, fam. Do you know Eric Armstead is only one tackle behind DeForest Buckner? And I believe, well, he's a few sacks behind Buck. But here's the thing. Our top tackler is Fred Warner, who's got 77 tackles. That's 43 tackles more than everybody on the roster. And more. And the thing is, Eric, I don't know if Eric saw that. His stats say he's keeping up with everybody else. He's the third tackler. Oh, okay. But you know what? Saleh took him out because he couldn't depend on him the other day, so you go ahead.
No, I'm not feeling that. Like,
yeah, I know.
Like, I ain't feeling that at all. I'm saying, like I've been saying, it's like, I know Solomon Thomas hasn't been having a good season so far. I haven't been producing, but I mean, he's going to get better. But the thing is, this is what I'm saying. You got to spend his money. You got to get free agent rushers, edge rushers, to come on this team so Buckner and Thomas can play the inside. And you got to get these veteran edge rushers, man, to set the head. And with the cornerback position, Taylor Westfield just need to sit back and learn from the veterans, so that we gotta bring a veteran corner. Jalen Ramsey would be a great asset. Like, if we get Jalen Ramsey, I mean, that would be legit. Sherman and Jalen Ramsey, I mean, the quarterback gonna have a hard time trying to figure out who he's gonna throw that ball to. And then and here's another thing. This is what I truly believe. I believe that Sherman need to send out a pitch to Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas needs to get that free safety role. I have no faith in Adrian Copeland. I don't. I really don't. I just think that I think it should be a veteran corner on that side, whoever it may be, that's a veteran. Sherman, Earl Thomas as the free safety, and I'll stick with Tari strong safety, but the manager's gonna have to. I don't know. He's just gonna have to wear some extra pads on or something. So
a special kind of body armor, just designed for Kowalski too. Yeah, I agree. Because you're never gonna get 16 games out of Kowalski. You're never gonna do it. It's never ever gonna happen. It's not even possible. But he's a good ball player. He's out there.
Yeah, you can bring in some depth behind him, like, you know what I'm saying. But they gotta be like some legit players. But yeah, man. That's what it is. I mean, I'm just tired of seeing rookies out there during
after
last
week
2 minutes
6
and last 4 minutes they ball, man. And then on top of that, they don't know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They scratching their head out there on the field, like, where I'm supposed to be at. I'm tired of that.
I know. Same here.
So you need veteran players that's used to this. Like they know what to do. They're not thinking. They just reacting because they know what they're doing. So I mean that's how I feel about it. So.
No, it's understandable. It's good points. Will, I tell you what, man, awesome good points. I'm going to see you tomorrow if you get some time.
All right.
And we'll continue. Talk about the 49ers.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, man. Have a good night, Will.
All right, man. Take it easy. All right, you too.
And what's supposed to be funny, I look over here and there's people that are confirming that Jalen Ramsey is not for sale. I mean, the Jags, they made that clear, huh? Because you know what? You guys got to know how the game is played. What you do is you make your player look like he is not available. You can't afford him even if he was. We are not about to cut him loose. Now, I heard now that actually Bell may get the transition tag. Can you imagine that? There's Bell sitting at home, sitting himself, finally got loose of him. And all of a sudden, it's a phone call, but from his agent. David, I've got some bad news. What? Steelers are thinking about transition technique. No, hell no, man. I went through a whole season to play no ball. They can't do it. There must be a legal thing we can do to stop this. You know. Anyway, let us go to Nighthawk.
What's up, man, bro?
Nighthawk, man, we're just sitting there trying to figure out why in the world can the 49ers not finish any games? And Nighthawk, who do you want to see sit their butt down amongst the veterans we got on this team and allow the rookies to play? And which rookies would you be interested in seeing play?
I mean, I don't know. They all know good, but I mean, which ones are there?
Well, now, you figure you got Julian Taylor, you got Richie James, and we need to see more of Dante Pettis.
Yeah, but I want to see more of Richard James. And
yeah, I think Richie's probably the top of everybody's list.
Panic.
Yeah.
Dante Panic, too.
Dante Pettis. Both the wide receivers. And, you know, the thing is, Trent Taylor, he's been invisible this year. He may as well go ahead and relax. I think his back is really bothering him. I really do.
Yeah, so I want to see those two play on the field.
Probably get it, too. Now, you know, some people got to sit down, though. Now, who are you going to make sit down?
Let me see. Trent, I want him to sit down.
Yeah.
Hey,
good.
And Pete Gasol.
Wait, who?
Gasol.
Garcon. Yeah, Garcon's probably going to sit down anyway. His body's giving up on him. Okay, but you got Julian Taylor, who we thought a lot of during the preseason, and you have Eric Armstead, and you have Solomon Thomas. And both of them are struggling mightily. Does Julian Taylor get out there now? Does DJ Jones and Ronnie get more playing time? What do you think?
I think Thomas should sit down.
Yeah. If for no other reason but to get his head on straight. As just pointed out, though, he plays better on the inside. We still need some people who can play the ends so he can go to his strength area and stop trying to make him play on the outside. Man.
Yeah, but everybody's focused on the #1 draft. I don't give a fuck about no draft. I want to win.
Yeah, I know, but it's, you know what? Honestly, Nighthawk, it's too late. If we win or not between now and the end of the season.
Right now, Oakland is 2-8 like us, so I don't know who's going to get the #1 pick. Because right now, it might be a coin toss.
Again?
Who knows?
The Raiders would love them lose a coin toss 2 years ago. You know, you got a good point. We beat the Raiders, so the Raiders having the same record as us should be advantage Raiders, right? They should get the #1 pick, not us. Now that I think about it.
And then the Cardinals are 2-8 too.
Yeah. Yeah, the Cardinals.
So they might be in a coin toss too.
Why is it the Cardinals are not talked about in this same scenario? Nobody's talking about the Cardinals in this situation.
But that's what I'm saying. They might be in a coin toss too because they're 2-8, Oakland is 2-8, and we are 2-8.
Who's got the worst 2-8? It's strength of schedule, head-to-head competition, We beat the Raiders. The Cardinals beat us. Oh, the Cardinals have to be ranked below us because of head-to-head competition within the conference, especially. So that means we pick ahead of the Cardinals no matter what, if the records stay the same all the way to the end of the season. Now, the Raiders thing is a little more, I don't know why we'd get that. But some people seem to think we're the number one pick right now.
Yeah, but there might be, if you get, like last time we had number one pick, they did a coin toss because it was a tie.
We owned the Raiders last year. That's all there is to it. They lost the coin toss. We beat them in head-to-head competition. Gruden is a bad, overpaid coach. But they say Gruden don't have no. He's got to get that team and get his own personnel in there. He was out there fighting with Derek Carr today. I know you didn't see it because you're on the East Coast, but man, it was hilarious. Carr came back after a 3-and-out. Gruden said something to him. Carr waved it off, talked to the hand, and walked on by. Gruden went and engaged him a little further. They said another player had to pull Gruden off of him.
Yeah, they won. They beat Arizona.
I didn't see the clip yet. I was too busy to go back and look at the clip. But the clip is available. Nighthawk, look for something confrontation between Gruden and Derek Carr, or John Gruden goes after his quarterback or something. Just search that, because I haven't done it myself yet. But that's hilarious. Gruden's out there turned into Chucky. That knife out, stick him in the neck.
So like I said, I don't know. They might have another coin toss, so who knows?
Yeah, well, too early to talk about that, though, because we got 6 games to go. So something could happen. I don't know. 49ers might start winning games, because I know what? The 49ers could actually beat Tampa Bay if they wanted to, if they just would. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was not no good weekend because the 49ers didn't play.
Yeah. That's true. Well, we'll make it up next week. All right, Nighthawk, I'm going to see you later on in the week, man.
Okay, can you give me a shout out?
Yes. Niners!
Nighthawk is out. See you guys later.
All right, Nighthawk. Hey, my boy, bring Steven on in there. Stevie.
Ronbo.
Hey,
What's going on, Ronbo?
Stevie, man, I'm just laughing at the possibilities at the same time. Stevie, what I caught myself the other day? I said to myself, you know what? I've gotten used to this crap. Year after year, Stevie, since 2014, we've been like this.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing even unusual.
Yeah. But Rumble, the best thing that ever happened to this team is that Jimmy got hurt. I know it's bad to say that, but imagine say if he didn't get hurt, right? And he, how they say he masked all our flaws. So he makes, what I'm saying, he makes the other players look better. So now imagine, John Lynch, they'll go again. They won't be more aggressive in the free agency because we're like, well, Jimmy G could do this and do that with our team. He makes the lower players better. Mm-hmm. So now he has no choice this year because now all of our flaws have been exposed this year, all of them. So now he has no choice but to be aggressive and get key free agents and key players on his team to make us better. Now that's going to elevate Jimmy play even more. Now he's going to have better talent around him even more now instead of just having having the receiver core that we have now.
And you're right. And Stevie, because this ain't Green Bay. We don't have the quarterback carrying the whole team. Get him some players out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
And even still, in Green Bay, they got players. Devontae Parker
I know, right?
is arguably one of the top 5 receivers in the league. And you got Randall Cobb is one of the best slot receivers. Well, in his prime, he was one of the best slot receivers. So and they had a good defense on top of that.
But
so
we don't draft
have a
that
good defense on top of that.
Yeah, but we ain't drafting like that yet. So
they failed on Solomon Thomas. I don't care anybody. I don't care if it's this second year. You're the number 3 pick overall. You should be way better than where you are right now. No matter. I mean, I understand. God bless him, be with his family because his sister and everything. I know that takes a toll, but you got a job to do at the end of the day.
Yep.
You have a job. You got to take care of that job. But that's why, Rumble, I feel as if we're gonna have the number one thing we have to do this year in this draft is trade down. That's the best thing we can do. Because free agency, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get one of those pass rushers. We're gonna go all in on D4. We're gonna give him the money. I feel like D Ford is going to be a cheaper, better available pass rusher he's got 10 sacks already this year.
Ooh.
He has 10 sacks already this year. It's not even over with yet.
Oh, Kansas City's going to pay him, Stevie. Kansas City's going to pay him.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to have the money because they got to pay Travis Kelce. They got to pay Kareem Hunt soon. They got to pay Tyreek Hill soon. They got to pay they got to pay a lot of people.
They got
soon.
money issues.
No, they did. They just paid. Yeah, they got to pay. They just paid Sammy. So they're strapped for cash a little bit. Now, they're not in the league where we are because we can overmatch and pay them. And he's still going to be productive in our system just because he doesn't have to drop in the coverage. All he has to do is rush.
Now, see, I didn't know about their money situation in Kansas City. I forgot about all
the they don't have as much as we do. Even
if
they do give him something, we could go over
that. I can feel more optimistic about that. But you know what? They made a choice. What's that big dude they had in the middle a couple years ago that they had to let go that everybody wanted?
Dontari Poe.
Yeah. Kansas City is not above letting blue chip players leave. So you're right. It could be D Ford because if you have to, it's D Ford versus somebody else on the roster. Who would that be?
I think they got Justin Houston, and I think one of the other defensive ends got out for the whole year. I think I'm assuming so. I'm not too sure. I know they had 3 of them because last year D Ford was the third one. They had 2 ahead of him. They had Justin Houston and somebody else ahead of him.
Wait, how old is Justin?
I'm not too sure.
How old is Justin?
Justin Houston is he's in his like 30, 31, 32.
They let
he's
him
like
go.
Ellis Dumerville type of player.
They're not going to pay him.
But no, they already did. I think that's his contract. He's not a free agent. The D Ford is going to be. This is the end of his rookie year contract.
Ooh, they already
so
paid
D Ford
Justin?
is only about 24 years old. Yeah, they already paid Justin.
Damn.
I think they paid him a couple years back. So you got that. So in Ronbo, this draft class is so good with defensive ends. 5 of them right now are you got Zach Allen. Of course, you got Joey Bosa and Cleveland Farrell. Then you got Josh Allen, and then you got Brian Burns, and you got a dude from Mississippi State. That's 6 defensive ends that could go first round right now. That's 6, and they all productive. They're all in the SEC, ACC area.
And you know what?
No,
and when you got
Mountain
Greedy
West,
and a couple of the quarterbacks, those guys are not going to be.
That's
so
right.
You're right. We could trade down, and one of those guys
has got
to be available.
Got you. You stay down, stay in the top 7. You get Greedy first. If we get day 4 in free agency, we get Greedy first. Now you solidify a corner area. So you get Greedy. You trade back up with one of those picks that you got, like that extra second round pick, and then give them a third round pick and trade back up in the first round and like the 20th or mid range. You get another edge rusher because they're not all 6 of them not going to go between the first 15 picks. All 6 are not going to go. So you get one of them. Like my favorite right now is Josh Allen because he could drop back in coverage. He could play the sound. He could rush the passer because he's plays for Kentucky right now, and he could drop back in the coverage and he could rush the passer.
Sounds like another Derwin James.
No, he's more of a Jadeveon Clowney who could drop back. He's just not as big as Jadeveon Clowney, or he could be an Aldon Smith because he has the frame. He's 6'5", I think 6'5", 240.
Okay, so he can move.
Yeah, he's 6'5", 240, and he can move, and he has that frame of Aldon Smith. Long arms, long body.
Long limbs. I like them long limbs on my edge, people. Yes.
His pass rushing, though.
Yeah.
So you get guys like him, or we could get Zach Allen, like another J.J. Watt. I've just seen him dominate Florida State game, and that's my team, too. And he's been dominating this whole year.
I heard about him last week.
Yeah, because they projected him early second, late first. You could go trade back up and get him.
Mm-hmm.
And he could still, and now you got D Ford and him, and now you got consistent pressure. And then I promise you, Rumble, we're going to trade Solomon Thomas. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen throughout early in the season, but right before that mid season, because he's not doing better than Sheldon Day. He's not doing better in my eyes. He's not. Yeah, he's not doing. And then he already lost his spot on the inside to Sheldon Day. Then you got Davis Street. Then you got Julian Taylor. So how he's going to get his playing time? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. Taylor and Street can come back and play monster. So now you can trade Solid T. You get more draft. You get you get more draft picks for the future. Because we need a receiver, corner, safety, and edge rusher. That's 5 needs that we could solve in this one draft if they just draft right and pick the right and be right place and be aggressive in the free agency.
You got Peters and Mayhew. These guys are the best I mean, we got to do better this year. I think the second year was not as good as the first year, but still. Maybe
Yeah,
it
because
was.
that Pettis pick was not a good pick.
It's starting to look that way, but
I didn't.
I need to see him a little bit more, though, Stevie. I'm not convinced that he's a bust.
The Washington receivers do not do good in the league. Look at John Ross. He was with John Ross, and still, John Ross is not doing nothing.
That's true.
He was not doing. Then you got this man who loves cats all the time. We need dogs. This nigga loves cats. Oh, my bad. See,
you know what? If we was in the courtroom,
I'm just saying, I get so tired of these soft players.
If we was in the courtroom, Steve, you got me, man. I'd lose this case and be shaking your hand like lawyers do. Anyway, good move, man. That was a good move. Well, Stevie, we got to go, fam. Let me get back to you shortly. All right.
All right.
Stevie don't like cats. Okay. Stevie, have a good night, fam. Oh God, Pettis. But that remark about Washington receivers is kind of. Hey, so I haven't got time. Somebody in the chat, when you get a chance, there's got to be somebody out of Washington State that does a good job. Let me. Oh, wait a minute. What's? You see, one thing about Roberto is he don't even have to say anything, and he's like a show in itself. Now, there's no music playing in there. I hear a lady talking on his television. Roberto, if we could get your attention, please. Roberto, is that your microphone? Jesus Christ. Roberto!
This is the Roberto show.
It really is. I'm out. Roberto!
Yeah.
Roberto,
What's up?
well, your microphone needs a little adjustment. I mean, I got no volume on you.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I
can hear you now, though. That's a nice mic.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah. Sure is a Roberto, man. Check him out. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, Ronbo, I joined you, man. So we could have a mic at the same time.
Now, next time, Roberto's taking seriously with last week when I had left and left him in charge. Roberto took over, and now he's ready for me to take off again. I ought to leave now. Roberto!
Yeah, welcome to the Roberto Show. What up? What up?
Hey, Roberto, then you don't mind taking over the subject matter. Roberto, can you tell us why the 49ers have so much trouble after getting leads in football games? How come they can't win? Why can't they hold on?
One thing, because of Robert Sola, he ain't doing his job right now. And he can't. He don't know how to do the right place. And you know.
Yeah, and that's Roberto. You know what though? That's Do you see any problem then with Kyle Shanahan? I mean, is he doing anything that you don't think is cool?
Oh shit! Hold on, stupid Mike. Well, he ain't. He should be on the player's head. Like he should be like, come on, let's do it. Come on, like he should be like on their faces. Like come on, do your damn job. Stop making stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
Just like Witherspoon that he can't. He just makes stupid little freaking little mistakes like he ain't turning his head like his left. Like, oh shit, the ball's over here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. Oh, I'm gonna try to get the ball. But he just making mistakes and
one after yeah. But Roberto, he's getting some help back there making the mistakes. With this defense, the safety is everything. And we've had safety failures a few times, but still, they could do a better job. Now, Roberto, you know it's
Yeah.
coming up, don't you? This is that part of the season where Kyle Shanahan's going to start looking at some new players, some guys that have been failing all season long. The time is up, Roberto. Now, Roberto,
Yeah.
who do you want?
Can
Hey,
that,
name me 3 players you want to see sit the hell down that are playing right now every week.
the one I want to see?
Hmm.
I want to see the. I want to see of course, Kello, of course.
You want to sit Akello down? Okay.
Kello, because you already know, like, with the, you know, right, like the Giants game,
Hmm.
like the last game we played
Yeah.
last weekend,
Hmm.
and then I want to see Armstead. Oh shit, stupid phone. I want to see Armstead sit down too.
Hmm.
Yeah, you know, I know that he that he's like behind Defoe on tackles or sacks,
Hmm.
but
That's not enough.
yeah, but I'm still gotta go.
Yeah. Hey,
You know,
how do you
Rumble.
feel? How do you feel about Smith?
You mean Malcolm Smith?
Malcolm.
Well, I think he gotta go too.
Yeah, you know what?
Hey, you know who I want?
Who do you want?
To get the draft, I want like Mac Wilson, or like or the guy like Devin White too.
Oh, you okay? Making trades. You know,
and yeah.
Well, these guys are the 49ers are gonna be like Cardi B. They're gonna be making money moves in this offseason.
Yeah.
So you figure Malcolm Smith, I think he's done, Roberto.
Yeah,
Also,
done.
Jimmy Ward, there's some more money they could save. So you get some money, you get some money back in the bank.
Yeah, I want Greedy Williams too. Man,
I know, Roberto. Everybody wants Greedy.
Man.
No, hey, Roberto, those are your two.
Greedy. I want Mac Williams. No, I want Mac Wilson. Or the guy from Alabama too.
Okay.
And the guy from LSU.
That's Greedy.
Devin White.
Oh, okay.
Devin White or some Devin White guy. The linebacker, shit. Woo!
Yeah, there's a lot of guys out there, Roberto.
And you know who I want too? I want the defensive tackle from Alabama. Is it Quentin Williams? Oh man,
Bro, man, you've been watching college ball a lot, man. I can't even keep up with you, man. I don't even know. I gotta go check these guys out.
I want Quentin Williams or Quentin Williams. That fat boy or whatever. That fat boy.
Hey,
man, that boy is a beast.
No fat boys, unless it's Cleveland Farrell. Cleveland can lose some weight. Roberto, we're out of time. Let me see you tomorrow night, okay?
Okay, Rumble.
I like your new mic, by the way, too.
Yeah, Rumble.
Yo.
Tomorrow, the gonna go down, baby. hey, to that channel, Go Rams for life.
That's right. That's right. Oh, we may have to be delayed tomorrow. I forgot about that game. All right.
Yeah.
Roberto, I thought somebody came in and body slammed you.
Hey, Rudy. Tomorrow, bitch, your bitch is gonna go down. Go Rams for life. And Rudy, your bitch is gonna go down. And I'm gonna throw a big badass party tomorrow. I'm gonna get some ladies. I'm gonna invite Rumble, all the faithful. You already know. Cook that tomorrow, baby. Cook up some labs.
Right, Roberto. We gotta go.
Gang.
Why do I see Vince McMahon coming in and behind Roberto at any moment. Roberto, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, man.
All right, baby. Peace out.
Peace
out, baby. Peace.
Roberto's got the Survivor Series. He's already pumping up the match for tomorrow night. SmackDown. Hey, let me get. Oh, Raymond. Nah. Oh, man.
Yo,
Raymond.
yo,
Raymond.
can you hear me?
Raymond, you've been, man, hey, we ain't heard from you in weeks, man. How's everything?
Oh, everything good, man. No, I tried to call a couple times, but when I first did, like a couple weeks ago, they say you went on vacation or something. You would be back in a long time.
I was moving. I was changing locations. It was rough getting in, moving from one spot to another. I tried to get it done before that Raider game. I cannot believe I missed the Raider game. I didn't miss it, but I wasn't able to get in and talk with my fam.
All right.
Hey.
Well, you know, I'm still watching, and I'm just laughing, and I'm kind of happy. Like, be honest with you, because let me tell you some facts right now. First of all, we do in the number one pick. If they fuck this up, if they mess this up, I'm gonna be mad. Because we got the number one pick right now. All we gotta do is just don't win no more.
Raymond,
which is not hard to do.
Raymond, how do we have the number one pick though? I swear.
Because I'm about to tell you.
Okay,
because
go ahead.
we got it goes to. I'm trying to tell you. It goes to the strength of schedule. It goes to your strength of schedule, and we got the weaker strength of schedule, so we got it. And then after that, it goes to the coin flip. So we do got the number one pick right now. That's confirmed, locked in, because the Raiders won. It don't matter we beat them. It's because we got it goes to the strength of schedule. So we are in the first pick. If they win another game, I'm gonna be pissed. But look though, the boy Stevie though, shout out Stevie, man. He had hella points, but I think he want to know this, dude. That number one pick is so valuable, bro. You see what the other teams did when they had the number one pick, how they traded, got like 3 or 4 number ones for next year and all that crazy crap. Who did that? Like the Browns or somebody? Who did that? Had all those crazy draft picks. When they traded out of
Browns,
that spot for the you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could get like 2 number one picks for that pick. Especially somebody need a quarterback. We got a quarterback. And they need to sign me up and let me come over there and talk to them people, man, because they can win right now. For real. Because first of all, McKinnon ain't gonna play. I'd like to see Breida sit down because he gonna hurt himself every time.
Good point.
We need McKinnon because Breida is tissue paper. You know, you gotta have that backup. You know, McKinnon gonna come in, Breida gonna. Cause he need a spell. So I like to see him sit down. Every time he running, I get nervous. So that's good. Reuben Foster, another one that made me like think he made out of tissue paper. He need to sit his tail down too. Don't play no more. We need to see all our rookies play. We got a third string quarterback in. I'm not looking for no more wins. When they lost Jimmy G and then go get my boy, you know, I felt like they threw the towel in right away when they started with CJ Beathard. So I'm cool with that. Another point, let me see, because you said you asked for a few things. I was writing stuff down, man, trying to keep up with y'all. You know what I'm saying? The first of all, the reason why we losing is because we ain't get Derwin James. Like I said, we got no Glynchy. Well, you know, we got a good running game. Maybe he's helping with the run, but you don't even know because Nick Mullins ain't get sacked 2 games in a row because we got Kyle Shanahan calling plays, getting the ball out of his hand. You know what I'm saying? So the defense is the problem. I don't know what y'all understand. We coming out whooping niggas. We coming. I mean, I don't mean to say that word, but we coming out whooping people, man. We jumping out. We jumping out. So yeah, we jumping out. We jumping out on a 14-0, man. You know what I'm saying? Driving the car on these people, man. Guess what happened? The defense keeps giving up points, and it's cause what? We can't sack Eli Manning, and he's the worst quarterback in the league, man.
And can't run, no mobility.
And they can't sack him but one time because we ain't sending no heat. They playing this soft vanilla stuff where they need to keep doing it the rest of this season and fire Seller. Man. I like Rex Ryan kind of defense where he was sending all that fire from every direction. I like that kind of idea, but you know, whatever. And you know, they won't listen to nobody like me. Because I'll tell you what, man, they need to lose the rest of these games, trade that boy Stevie Wright, trade out of that first pick to one of these teams that need a quarterback because, you know, they covered them quarterbacks so much. You know, we might get 2 or 3 more picks, you know, and we need a cornerback. We need maybe a wide receiver because Garcon is out of here. I'd like to see Kendrick Bourne play a little bit more, see if we're going to pay him. Jimmy Ward out of here, too.
One question, though. Raymond, do you see any blue-chip quarterback coming out of school this year? Because what's his name? The best one, I heard he ain't coming out this year. Who do you see that somebody would trade up for?
Well, see, that ain't my problem. I don't care. I'm not looking for that. I'm just valuing the money. Who got the money? Who want this quarterback so we could get this money? You know, get more picks. I don't care about who is what. I'm looking for my team. I need a pass rusher on my team. I need a cornerback on my team.
And Reuben Foster need to figure out if he's gonna be made out of tissue paper or Fred Warner need a buddy. He need a partner back there. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't trying to keep seeing Reuben get hurt every 5 minutes.
That's it, because Fred is out there like he's
Yeah,
doing
man.
the whole,
Imagine
all
both
the
of
work.
them. Saquon Barkley wouldn't have maybe Saquon Barkley wouldn't have got loose if Reuben was chasing him instead of Malcolm Smith. He done. He out of here.
I know,
Jimmy
Malcolm.
Ward out of here.
But you know what? Saquon only got 67 yards. I'm still impressed with that.
It's the defense, man. They go pick McGlinchey. You can't even see him. Nick Mullins ain't get sacked 2 games in a row. Maybe that's good for him. Good pick then.
Mullins
Whatever. We need defense this time.
Raymond, Mullins ain't been sacked 1 time yet.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
2 games he ain't been sacked. But they, offensive line, makeshift offensive line, it works. When you got the play caller calling the plays, we need defense more than anything, and that's what you see on the field. Why we keep jumping out on people and we keep losing is because the defense can't never hold up. The defense can't never hold up. Shoot, if La La Land, I would love to go get Jalen Ramsey. We got money and all that, but we're not getting rid of McKinnon, and I don't want no Le'Veon Bell paying up more than a quarterback. I'm good.
But would you give up? But Raymond, would you give up the 1st round pick for Jalen Ramsey?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
Wait, more.
Now,
I need
this
more.
makes sense.
I need more.
I
need a little bit more because it's that much valuable, and Jaguars garbage.
That's true.
They need trash. So
they need that 1st round pick.
I need Jalen Ramsey and a number 1. What up? We got it.
Yeah,
and
there you
put
go.
him with Richard Sherman.
That would be
Let
the
Richard Sherman teach him a
deal.
little bit.
Yes.
Let me get a pass rusher with that other number 1 we gonna get. Yeah.
That needs to be priority 1.
Yeah, and then here comes
John
Jimmy
should start
G
talking right
and McKinnon
now.
and Breida combo. Yep.
I ain't worried about the offense. If those guys stay healthy, they'll score
at
points.
all. That's what I'm telling you. You got Kittle out there running crazy with backup quarterbacks throwing him the ball. Watching Jimmy G get back in the mix, and if he's confident with his foot or whatever, his ACL, and he back in the mix with McKinnon, and you got Breida, back up because you can't just trust Breida talking about Breida did good. We could use him as a main piece because he breaks down.
No, you don't want him out there by himself.
Cardiac breakdown ain't reliable. You gotta have
running backs always
have a cardiac.
They get hurt. Some
right.
get hurt. We need one more tight end too.
McKinnon.
Selleck is done, Raymond.
So what? We got Kittle, and we could get a blocking tight end. We got Juszczyk. Forgot about him. He can play everywhere.
Yeah, I guess we've always got them too. Well,
we need defense.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Maybe get a wide receiver like 3rd round. Well, the first 2 picks need to be defense, cornerback, and a defensive end, pass rusher. No more offensive line picks. Jimmy G good. Nick Mullins ain't get sacked yet. Jimmy G would be good. That would be Jimmy G right there.
How many years do you think Joe Staley can stay with us? So, at some point,
he's about to retire.
I don't know.
That's why they got McGlinchey already. That's why they got McGlinchey to move him over there.
No, but that's my point. You still need another primetime tackle. Can you find one? I guess you can make a trade or do something. I don't know. It's too soon.
Man, I know you need to win games when you're jumping out on people 14-0. That's what I know.
No. 17-20.
I know. Yep.
Raymond, real quick touch upon this too. You can sit some veterans down and let some rookies that we want to know more about get on in there. Who you got in mind to make sit the hell down, and what rookies you bringing in? And I already know. I just want to see if you have anybody else besides whom we've all picked. What are you thinking?
Well, I don't know if y'all said Pierre Garçon. He need to go ahead and let Kendrick Ball play.
Eric Armstead's been mentioned.
Okay.
Taylor's already
I got an
sitting
idea
down.
for you. I got an idea for you.
Okay.
If you think Joe Staley is going to go, we need to see what it looked like without him. What you think? Maybe we should sit him down for a little bit, and if he want to play next year, he'll be well rested.
And put McGlinchey on the left? Because it's easier to replace the right side than the left side.
Yeah, and see how it's going to look. We got a 3rd stringer in there. We're not winning anymore. If they win another game, I'm going to be highly upset. They need to. Yeah, if this cat, Robert Saleh, act like he know how to call blitzes and stuff, because we ain't going to attack the passer. We can't, because we couldn't sack Eli Manning. Only one time we got him. We should have got him.
I know.
They wasn't sending no pressure.
I can't blame Robert Saleh. I'm looking at Eric Armstead. I'm looking at Solomon Thomas. These are 1st-round picks. You guys are 1st-round picks. Make some noise. This is the thing. It's like going into a gunfight and I got a cap pistol. That's why I feel sorry for Robert Saleh. But you know what? There's other things that Robert Saleh can improve
I don't,
on.
man, because I still don't see any fire coming. Like it's not even like he's trying to send any kind of pressure. I understand Kilo Weatherspoon. We need a substitute for right there, you know. But and Adrian Colbert is not back there, you know. So maybe he's scared to call certain things, but still, man, you gotta try.
Raymond,
You got Malcolm Smith chasing Saquon Barkley. Like, come on,
Malcolm's
man.
out of here.
Derwin James. I bet you if we had
cover.
Derwin.
Oh.
You should have got
and
Derwin.
You can put Derwin in several different places, like you're saying. I'd have him over there on the Will. I'd have him playing the Sam. I'd have him back in. Anyway. Raymond, you was right. Derwin James is somebody we did miss. Nobody's arguing about that, though.
Yeah, we need to get this. We need to lose all these games, get this number one pick, and trade out of it, and get more than one pick, and get some firepower on that defense, and then go win some games and go to playoffs on these people, man. The NFL thought we was going to do it. You know,
I know that's why they give us all the primetime games.
And they disrespecting us by kicking us out of primetime.
Again next week.
They kicking us out.
All right, Raymond. Let me see tomorrow if we get some time. All right, be looking for you.
Yeah, I'm out here. I know you started this back up, but I figured it out.
Transition. All right, Raymond. Appreciate you, fam. Talk to you later.
All right, Ronbo. Go Niners.
All right. Well, everybody's coming back tonight. Drake coming back. Raymond coming. David, the birthday boy. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Ronbo. How you doing, man?
David, man, it's David O'Neill, right? But Dave, doing all right other than. You know, Dave, it's really funny. I was just saying to Stevie, I've gotten used to this. We shouldn't have to. But each and every year, we're sitting in the same position for closing in on 5 years, Dave. Can you believe that?
Yeah, man. It's really messed up, man. It's been a pretty bad year. On a personal note, well, first I want to say thank you for the birthday song. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. But it's been a pretty bad year. Early this week, I lost my mom, and she was the one that, although she was a Cowboy fan, she took me to a 49er Cowboy game. That's how I became a 49er fan.
Wow,
man. We lived in California, and ever since then, I've been red and gold, man. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, but I want to dedicate this show to her. But on the other note, as far as the team is concerned, man, they do need to make some changes as far as who sits and who needs to go. I believe that Garcon he's done.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
He's done. His best years are behind him. They need to just let Kendrick Bourne and Pettis and the rookies, see what we can get out of them. I think Trent, as much as I like Trent, I don't know, but I think Richie James Jr. might be an upgrade. He's faster. He seems like he makes more plays, but we'll see. But they just got to let him play.
Mm-hmm. I really think Trent.
And as far as
I think his injury is from his back. I think it ain't right.
Yeah,
he's been way too quiet this year. I don't think he can get any separation out there. That used to be his thing. You can't nobody guard.
Well,
him.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Exactly. Now he's just a little dude that can't get open. Yeah, but as far as Robert Saleh is concerned, man, if I was Lynch and Shanahan, I would pull rank on him. I would make him sit. Either if he stays, he got to sit up in the booth.
Yes.
So he can see what's going on. And I would make him. I'll make him grow an afro or something. You got to get rid of the bald head. I would make drastic changes on him, man.
And you'd go to that extreme. Not just long hair, but an afro.
Yeah. Really, man.
That would make my day, boy. They gotta Robert Saleh walking around with an afro, boy. Yeah. Him and a Kaepernick size afro too.
Exactly. Yeah, man. But they definitely need to make change. And I'm tired of seeing my boy. What's my boy's name? The defensive end. I can't
Solomon
remember
T?
his name right now. Not Solomon T.
Not Eric Armstead.
No, the rookie.
Cassius Marsh?
The rookie.
The rookie. Julian Taylor?
Julian Taylor.
Yeah.
Julian Taylor, every time I look on TV, he's sitting on the sidelines in his street clothes. He's reading a book with his glasses on. You know,
I know, right?
And I'm like, dude, talent going to waste. You know, I'm like, when they gonna give this guy a chance?
Probably
let him
this
play.
Coming up next Sunday. Because Shannon's already, anytime you sit down your first ring, the last 3 minutes of that game, Solomon T and Eric Armstead was standing on the sidelines. Salah sent in Ronnie and Sheldon and said, finish this game up for me, guys. Please, somebody finish this game for me.
Yeah.
So, he was totally disappointed in Eric and Solomon. So there's a problem there.
Well, another problem is they need to hold the players accountable. We got too many players, on Instagram, posing for selfies and
I know.
They want to trade jerseys and stuff. I would find all my players. I would say, I don't want to see you having no kind of fun unless we winning.
Yeah.
Because all this smiling and stuff after the game, I remember back in the day, the good old days, players was really upset. And that's one thing I liked about Nick Mullins. When he lost, he was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see enough of that.
I know.
These players, they smiling, they just want to go buy some shoes and dancing and
get them side jobs.
That's one thing. That's one thing I don't like about my boy Kendrick Bourne. He having too much fun. I'm like, you losing.
Kendrick's having fun on the field. Big old smile. Yeah. Every time he makes a reception, Kendrick's just laughing. But I like that about him though.
Yeah.
But it fits his personality. But Belichick style coaching, Matt Patricia over in Detroit. I need for my players to think that boy, getting on my bleep nerves, And did you see what John Gruden did today to Derek Carr? Did you notice how Derek Carr came out and won the game?
That.
Yeah. Derek came out and straightened up, didn't he? Strange.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to have some discipline, man. It has to be some consequences. You got to be like, if I don't do my job, I'm going to be working at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at the game right now. Aldrick Robinson just scored a touchdown for Minnesota. I mean,
and we had him on our team. Where's Trez?
Yeah.
Trez said that was a bad move. Now Aldrick Robinson, he's been scoring for Minnesota all year long, too.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. And then Khalil Mack, he's on here wrecking havoc, man. He just they double and triple teaming him.
You can't,
and
he still
gets to the quarterback. They can't stop him. And I'm like, that's what my team needs. That's what we need.
Right. There's no more Khalil Macks. There may be a Khalil Mack. Some lady somewhere is holding a baby in her arms. That kid's going to grow up to be Khalil Mack. But right now, there's nobody like that.
I'll take a little Mac right now. I don't care. As long as it's something. It don't have to be Big Mac. It could be a little Mac.
Mac is insane. Can't do nothing with him. And when he ain't creating havoc, you put him and DeForest Buckner on the same line. The 49ers tried, though. People think they didn't try.
Yeah.
I believe they did. They knew if Khalil Mack is on the other side of DeForest Buckner, quarterbacks are in deep trouble.
Somebody's going to be single covered.
Dang, it don't matter. Between Mack and DeForest Buckner, people got to put all their offensive, everybody. I want 2 tight ends over there. I want every lineman to get everybody. A coach runs out on the field. He tries to stop. You're not going to stop both them dudes. There is no human force that's going to stop both of them. That's why the 49ers tried hard to get him. I don't know. They said the 49ers wanted the same amount of capital as the Chicago Bears. The Raiders said no.
Oh, well, they're just going to be some haters. But, that's why they having such a bad season, too.
Good. I know.
Misery loves company. So, But hopefully we go all out. We got plenty of cash to spend, and they hope they spend some of it, so we can get back, at least get in the playoffs. I got, like I said, I got all this 49er gear that was sent to me, and I can't even wear it,
Hey, no, wait a minute now. You can wear it, but you've got to endure you got to be able to walk down the street, and when people are yelling out the window, hey, you got to be kidding me with that loser clip. Hey, get off the street. You guys suck. What you got to be able to do is instead of acknowledging that individual, just keep walking and hold up the 5. 5, 5. What your team got? You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to remain indignant while wearing the red and gold.
Well, it's true, but like I said, right now the Cowboys in Texas are winning a lot of games, so they're talking a lot of trash right now.
Know.
So it was easier when they was losing too. So, but I still wear my stuff, but I just can't wear it as often as I like without having to hear all that garbage.
I know, Dave. If you're in Texas, because you're right. You can't go to a restaurant, even a hamburger. You can't even go to McDonald's without.
No, man.
Texas looking around at you like,
I'd have to carry bail money with me. I'll be in jail every week. I have to fight somebody.
Dave, man, I'm telling you what, we got to go. And happy birthday. And God bless Mom. She's watching it. You know this. And I tell you what, we'll be back tomorrow.
No problem. No problem, Ronbo. I appreciate it. And, like I said, I want to dedicate this to my mom, Sheila Marie Bruno. So I love you, Mom.
Moms. Yeah.
And, go Niners, and better days are ahead.
That's right. All right, fam.
God bless you, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam. Look forward to tomorrow. Have a good night.
All right. You too.
Oh, I haven't been looking up here very much. Have we got anything going on here? You can say, Ronbo owes me money. Ronbo owes me money. I know who he is. I won't tell you who he is. But he accused you wearing Jim Plunkett's jersey. Mike, he says, with the second pick, let me do my Roger Goodell. With the second pick of the 2019 draft, the San Francisco 49ers select defensive end Ed Oliver from Houston. 49er fans everywhere. Oh my God! We got Ed Oliver. Are you serious? We got Ed freaking Oliver. Oh my God! We just must. We'd be in the zone for about an hour, man. You know how I lost my mind. We picked up DeForest Buckner. Don't give him Ed Oliver to help him, boy. Damn, Jock, come on in, Jock. Hey, Mike, thanks for the contribution, fam. Mike. Oh, wait.
Ronbo, what's up, baby boy?
Jock, come on. Jock, man, we're just sitting there contemplating the things we like to do as we get in the middle of the season for the last 4 years. Jock, we're talking about the same thing we was last year. What in the hell?
Hey, Ronbo, it looks like right now, you know what I'm saying, there's a whole heap of teams that's 2-8. We got Arizona, we got us, we got the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? So are we gonna be the one with the number 1 pick?
Well, they just got Raymond just got to explaining that. Its strength of schedule says we're number 1. The Raiders will get number 2, and of course the Cardinals are still in the mix at number 3. How many wins the Giants got? Did they beat Tampa Bay?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, so they're out of it for now because that's 3 wins for them. So we're rolling in that number 1.
Rumble, is that the season that we were waiting on? To go for number 1 pick when we were talking about all that bullshit. About
13-3 because we got Jimmy G.
We gotta be picking up like 20-something miles. You know what I'm saying? And now, we still wide up, in that bullshit.
And worse than last year.
Come on, Ronbo.
We got the number 1 pick lined up in week 11. We are looking good. Again.
Hey, listen, man. You know what? I don't mind this year we go number 1 pick. And guess what, man? After 2019, I don't want to see that bullshit.
I don't either.
I don't want to see us between 1 and 10. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I'm gonna let this shit go. I'm gonna let it go. You know what I'm saying? But once April go by, the season start. Guess what, man? I don't want us to be fucking thinking about between 1 and 10.
I tell you,
I
do not want to be the number 1 in the draft. It's an embarrassment, Jock. We're picking in the top 5 every damn year. That's a crying shame. You know what?
It is because Rumble, you know who always picking up number 1? Fucking Rams, and look at them now. Look at them now. You know what I'm saying? They are shining. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rams always, because you know whenever you're about to you're about to play the Rams, you know it's a W. You know you're gonna win the game.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? But right now, shit.
You know,
you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that because now everybody. Oh, we're about to play the 49ers. It's
That's
a W. That's a W. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. You know,
Jimmy, it's your fault, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man, you know, and that's the reason, Rumble. I'm saying, why doesn't Shanahan call all those guys that used to play for the 49ers, bring them over, and then let them get involved with those players? You know what I'm saying? Let them get involved with them. You know what I'm saying? So they know exactly what the 49ers culture is about. You know? They probably don't know about this shit. Because the 49ers culture was like, every year we got to be in the playoff or in the Super Bowl.
You know what's really scary, Jock? That you bring up about culture and attitude. I hate to say this, but I'm looking at the Seahawks. The Seahawks have a depleted roster. They got losing guys right and left from last 2 years. But they come out and they play with an attitude. I understand Russell Wilson is all world, but still, they come out there with the mindset, we ain't, everybody left, but damn that, we're the Seahawks. See, they won the other day a game I thought they was going to get an ass whooping.
Yeah,
see,
against Green Bay. Yeah,
I'm impressed with the Seahawks. I'm just saying, I still hate that team with a passion, but I gotta admit, their minds are in the right place. They go out there and they go out there to compete, and the defense plays hard. Even though they get beat a lot, you can run on them, but they're determined. They stick with it, and in the fourth quarter, they hold on. Is that Pete Carroll?
Okay, that's exactly what I was about to tell you. It's all depends to your coaches, your general manager. You know what I'm saying? Your coordinator. You know all this. They all got to be involved. You know they all got to be involved. But it seems like with us, it's Shanahan and Lynch, and that's about it. You know, but you know when you don't have the defensive coordinator that's waiting, you know, for the head coach to tell me what to do, guess what? It's not gonna work. You know, I have to have the green light to say, okay, you know what? I'm in charge of the defense. You ain't got shit to tell me. You're a fucking coach, okay? You control your area. I control mine. You know what I'm saying? Let me handle my shit.
There you go. That's an attitude.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I like that.
so if he doesn't have that leeway, you know, guess what? You know, then he's gonna be under pressure.
Yeah.
You know that. You know, anytime he fucked up, oh shit, what the fuck Shanahan gonna think about me? You know,
Jock,
is he gonna get rid of me? You know what I'm saying?
But you know, one thing we do have to remember is this is like a sophomore unit. We're talking about all of them are in their second year. And sometimes I think that we're expecting too much. But we have a right to, because we went through complete hell. But these guys are going to need at least 3 or 4 years to get that boat running. I realized that just the other day.
This is gonna be year 3.
Yep.
Okay, year 3. You know, I'm expecting something. I'm putting my money out on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Year 3. You know, they gotta be some something going on.
Yeah, well,
you know what I'm saying? Because
you can't
as an
handle it,
owner,
I know.
as an owner, I'm not gonna tolerate it.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna tolerate it as an owner because Rumble, if you look at it, back in the days with
how far back you going? 10 years? 15? 20? Hey, look at Bill Walsh era? What are you talking about?
Bill Walsh.
Yeah.
Bill Walsh. Okay, Bill Walsh. If you look at it, Bill Walsh was the type of coach. All he had to do is cross his hand and then look at everything. He didn't have to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator knew exactly the
what
kind of play that he wanted. You know what I'm saying?
I know, Jack. Well, I think the potential is there for these guys to get that kind of thing going, but it's going to take a minute. But Jack, we got to go, and I'm gonna be looking for you tomorrow night if you got some time, Jack.
You don't think that as a coach, Shanahan need to let it go and then hire an offensive coordinator?
If you do hire an offensive coordinator, he gets to do everything but prepare that offense. I want Shanahan hands all over that offense. I want him calling the plays. Shanahan, my opinion of Shanahan is dude can play call. If you take a third-round undrafted quarterback and got him out there looking like Nick Mullins, that's my dude. If he almost made it work with CJ, but CJ's got some. I think CJ's not really a pro quarterback. I think if he is, he will be one in maybe 3 or 4 years, but not yet. Jimmy G, wait till next year. Shanahan's a genius. He just needs a little more time. But he couldn't do it instantly. It's not a cup of coffee, but he will get it done. I'm convinced of this.
Okay.
But we'll see.
All right, Rumble. So I believe everything you just said.
Well,
so
let's test it out. I'm just my theory. So
we'll wait next year since we'll get Jimmy G and then a running back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll get him back. So we'll see.
And they've all learned a lot. It'll be their third year. They've had 2 years of nothing but lumps. I think they'll be ready to roll next year. I'm hoping. All right, Jack. Always a pleasure. Look for you tomorrow night, all right?
Yeah, Rumble. I'll be there, man.
All right. Looking for you, too. All right, Jack. Have a good night.
All right, Rumble. Have a good night, man.
Yeah. And there it is. Let me take a real quick here. Mr. Joe Pappy. I've seen you there, Joe. Joe's been, boy. He said, I admit, I thought the Eagles would be right there, uninspired and no run game. The Eagles, God, they just got killed. Oh, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. My favorite tune. Big show. Thanks, fam. He says 49ers will trade down. We need more bodies. We only have 6 picks. See, I've entertained that thought as well. 5 picks? We only got 5 picks? I've been worried about that for a while. We traded a pick, show, as I remember. So I think we've only got 5 picks. So the 49ers, they really do need to trade down. Well, we'll have a high draft pick. Maybe we can pick up 3 players. Although, like Raymond says, that first-round pick is so valuable. But the thing is, the first-round pick, the first-round pick hasn't always panned out for us to be of a huge advantage. Let's go back. Last year, this year, we picked up Michael Gitchie. That was huge. You know what? 2 of last 4 years have been okay. Solomon T was questionable. And Eric Armstead, there is no question. Eric Armstead is struggling. But you picked up Michael Gitchie. You picked up one. You know what? When you look at the odds, that's a success. Michael Gitchie's a success. So is DeForest Buckner. Maybe that, there's a lot of, they could do it again and make it 3 out of 5 years. We picked up a top pick that really could help us. So, you got it. It's Shake! Shake!
Ronbo! What's going on, fam?
Shucks, man. Let's sit back here and I'm laughing. Here we are, 4 years in a row, licking our wounds and talking about what we can hope to accomplish in the draft and praying for certain guys to break into free agency so we can pick them up. I've become numb. I'm starting to get used to it. You know, she. We shouldn't be doing that. We should not be getting comfortable. I mean, I've gotten numb. I mean, I've even taken some insults from rival fans, and I didn't even respond. That's not like me. Dang.
Well, Ronbo, it's all right, Ronbo. You know what? Because we always have, everybody has their down years. Every team has their down years. But, you know, the thing is we're going to be coming back when we're healthy, get our quarterback, our savior, back, our perfect 10, when he's back and healthy. Other players, our scheme, and, you know, leaders. We need dogs, Ronbo. And like the other caller said, you know, we're not going to see the top 10 for a while after this year. We're done. The faithful's done seeing the top 10. But, you know, for the, you know, 34-3 Raiders, hey, how you doing? Pack your shit. But once again, you get bedoozled, and we get the number one pick. And for the number one pick, for the San Francisco 49ers from Ohio State, the defensive end that we need, Nick Bosa.
If Goodell breaks out and does that during the draft, I'll lose my mind laughing, man. Ron, just say to WWE, and this definitely is not the Vegas fight. You know? That'd be so awesome. and of course, the kid comes dancing up on stage. He's like, yeah. They didn't turn it. They've already turned it into a show anyway. They may as well go all out, you know, just make it a comedy.
Yeah, hey.
Good.
If they're gonna throw flags on random crowd, I guess you want to get their money back. I guess, you know, they got to do something.
Yeah.
But Ron, but we need dogs, man. Not just like edge rusher that I want, but other people might say, "Oh, he's injured." Well, guess what? He's the best passer in the draft right now. He's number one for a reason.
Yeah. But you know, Sheik, he comes with, now what if, and I'm sure he has the same agent as his brother, what if we go all the way into middle of September and Nick is still holding out because Parag says, listen, I already know what took place with Joey in San Diego. This is not Southern California. You can go back and enter into the draft. And I can see John Lynch in the other room. Parag, whoa. Hey, Parag, can I talk to you for a minute? Can you see that fiasco out in Santa Clara going on? God.
No, honestly, Ronbo, I think, you know, with Sherman there, he's going to be in his ear. You know, he's going to help him out.
And Nick's here?
He's like a leader that you need. Huh?
Well, yeah, but these lawyers,
he's going to help him out.
These lawyers, they don't talk to the player. They go in as if it was their money, and it is their money because depending upon what size of deal they get, the percentages are increased, right? So I was worried when what Joey did is unbelievable as far as the lawyer goes, and or as far as his agent went, and then Nick's gonna come in that same agent. I can already see the mess. Anyway,
and I know,
maybe not.
And also, like I see it like in the you know, for example, like the Crafty situation. He also holds out for us. And, you know, we have to look, we got to put our smart guys coming in and just, you know, question them, so much questions, and see where his head's at in the game, his heart, if he's there for the money, if he's there for the game. Definitely, they need to figure that out. But Ronbo, I heard you saying that, and I definitely disagree. And, you know, the other caller as well. We don't need Ramsey we cannot give our number one pick for a cornerback that we don't need. We can't. We need an edge rusher. We need multiple edge rushers.
But Ramsey, and I think the Jags are definitely going to ask the 49ers about that, even though they're saying things like Jags have made it clear that Jalen Ramsey is not up for trade. Well, when they talk like that, he is definitely up for trade, right? So, but I don't know. Yeah, you're probably right, and we do need an edge, and you're not going to get me to come down off of that. I agree, but the Ramsey thing is appealing. We'll see when that day comes. Who do you like in the draft if you're going to go for another cornerback? Because I have a feeling the 49ers are going to.
No,
and you're not going to get greedy.
Get like a vet, yeah, you're not. No, greedy's no. For a number one pick, no, that's not going to happen.
We're not going to get him anyway unless you do pick him number one.
Exactly. You have to trade back. You got to trade back to get him. He's not worthy of the top 3.
Number one pick.
He's not worthy. Yeah, he's not worthy of that pick. And we have other needs that we need to figure out in the edge rusher and other positions. But cornerback, I think Sherman is there, and I think we're gonna find other guys. Maybe in the free agency we might grab. But other thing, if you really like Ramsey, if like the Niner faithful likes them, give him 2 2s, because our 2 is pretty much like a late 1. So
actually,
if you're thinking about that, so we could do like the Alex Smith effect. That could work.
They can do better with other teams. I don't think that for the second round you can't really get a quarterback, and I got a feeling the Jags gonna be seriously looking for a quarterback this year. But we'll see. Maybe we could trade Nick Mullins. Nick is gonna look awfully. Listen, I'm joking, but Nick Mullins looks like he's got a lot of fire in him. I got a feeling failing is not an option with him. By the time the season ends, we're gonna be shocked at Nick Mullins. I just feel something about him, but we'll see. Anyway.
All right. Well, anyways, Ronbo. Well, I know you going to wrap up pretty good. Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Bashar. Shout out to Joey Mahoney. Razor, all the faithful, all the Nighthawk Fan Club guys. And Ronbo, we are ready to, I'm sorry to say, but you got to tank if you want to get the best players. So.
Not intentionally, but you start playing some of your last year's draft picks and things like that. I don't know how much more we can go.
Well,
all right.
Well, Ronbo, the Raiders, 34-3, Packers shit, and faithful hit that line. Have a good night, Ronbo.
Hey, Sheik. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Oh, God. Hey, Chris.
What's up, sir? How's it going, man?
Hey, man, I tell you, we're sitting up back here and having that conversation we have. It's become a tradition, Chris, one that we'd like to stop doing, but it is what it actually painfully is. So,
yeah.
But what do you think?
Man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Well, I've been on for a while and I've been listening earlier. It's crazy people want to get rid of Jared already, man. Like, look at the way Breida is eating up in the system. Imagine if we have 3 of them, because Mostert was just coming on too.
Yes.
You got Jared, Breida, and Mostert just killing it like that.
I'm just so excited about that triple-headed monster. All of them can cut up a team like a knife.
Yeah.
Ain't no rest.
And then Breida surprising everybody catching stuff coming down the field. I mean, you saw the way he snatched that ball out last week or this week.
That's like I said. You got 2 threats now that can both can run and catch. What am I saying? Actually, Jarek can pass. That was Matt Breida's quarterback at Georgia. Woo!
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Man. So I don't know, man. I definitely I feel what you said earlier this week about what team did get that number 1 pick in the next year. They're doing so hot, but we got to go after and get us a superstar pass rush at least.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna argue with that.
Make an impact.
Yeah. They don't have very many picks. I'm just wondering what they're gonna do. 49ers got 5 or 6 picks. 5 picks. I think they traded 1. They got not many picks. I don't know what the 49ers. You know how John Lynch is. They love to get them picks. I just don't drop too far down the list, though.
It's obviously, though, I think we could use a little bit more veterans on the team. Like, they're going to have to pay for somebody. Right? Get you somebody, get you a stud, draft, whatever. Maybe they bloom like a Ronnie Blair here in year 3. But Thomas, there's so many folks that's not, performing. Like, I like what Shanahan said. Like, right now, he's evaluating you for next year. you ain't performing. So that should tell you that nobody should be coming out there taking no plays off. You playing now to be on somebody's roster next year.
That's why I know Eric Armstead is probably done. You know, if they got took off the field in the last 3 minutes, I'm talking first round picks, I'm putting Ronnie Blair in and Sheldon Day. That does not send. Well, you need to be concerned if you're Eric Armstead and Solomon Thomas. Solomon, I feel sorry for, but Eric Armstead's had much time, and this year he's not injured. He's got to do better. So
and then, I don't know what the case is with DB. I really thought DB was going to be a strength going in this year.
I did too. I really did. You know that they're confused about what they're doing out there still. They do not look like they know what they're doing. 70% of the time they look confused. Why?
I see this. I see the blame game is shifting all around. It's going from Solid to now it's at Jeff, and then it was at the D-line coach, and I don't know.
But the D-line, that they've had that one time this year when Gurley was standing 5-6 yards away from the goal line, and they had a gap that you could drive two trucks through, set up so Gurley could see it even before he took off. So we got a nice running start because he knows that hole is going to stay open long enough for him to get through. What did they do that for? The players should have known better, Chris.
Make it so bad. One of the, who was it, Troy Aikman or somebody said they talked to the girl and asked him what concerns you about the Niners defense, and he said nothing. I said, damn, I hate to hear that shit.
Did he say that? I missed that. I went over to his Twitter. I'm glad. Oh no, he didn't. He said that?
They said it during the game. Yeah, they said it during the game. I think it was that. When did we play the Rams? The Thursday night game. No, was it Thursday night?
Yeah.
No,
we played them on Sunday because we got flexed out. We played them on a Sunday afternoon.
Be that night game and it moved up. Whoever it was had talked to him about that. That's what he said the night before, I guess, when they interviewed him.
Damn.
He
I gotta
said
go back
nothing.
and check that. Boy, he ain't.
Yeah, we can't have a defense where that's what the running back saying over there. Nothing scares me about that team.
Damn. See that?
That's cocky right there too.
Ain't it?
But come on,
respect.
man. You got something about that defense. No respect at all. Give us a respectful defense back. Somebody's going around. I don't know why. It's a lot of like throwback clips of Niner games right now. The catch 3 was on. That play where Patrick Willis almost killed that Jets player who caught the ball.
One of my favorite of all time.
Back down to the ground. Oh,
Willis standing up in front of him
like that anymore. That's a penalty now.
Dude, let me do it. Let me do that, dude.
Man. So, just looking at that, I was like, yo. Oh, you see it?
Yeah, I'm reliving that play, man. Willis hit him hard, jumped up, big smile on his face, throwing his feet up and down. The dude went to get up, and his head just said, well, you better stay down.
Better stay down. Yeah. Oh, man. Even Golson had that one hit on somebody like that coming across the middle. Man. He just popped him back down to the ground and kept walking the lineup for the next play. Dude still down there shaking, I think.
See,
I want that defense
that's
back,
what I want.
man.
Yes. Man,
that's
what I was saying earlier.
Like
we got to stop getting the nice guys and stay out of the Pac-12 for defense. We got to get some guys that are really nasty. So,
hey, Dante Whitner does seem like he's got a lot of wisdom. NFL.
Yeah.
They need to bring him in. Maybe he need to coach the DBs.
Would that be interesting? Well, Chris, I'll tell you what,
wouldn't know what he's talking about.
Well, yeah. And he knows, exactly know how he's talking about it. And he could start getting on them dudes about them weak-ass hits. Come on, y'all. Man, you know what? I can have my little sister come out here and play with y'all, man. And she don't even need no pads. What kind of hit is that? Come on, man. I'm going to put on some pads and come out here and show y'all how to hit. Yeah,
You heard how he criticized Goodwin for dancing with OBJ at the beginning of that game.
Yeah, I know he didn't appreciate it. Yeah, you know what? But you know what? OBJ, you see him over there, and he was like, he's giving.
It was for a good cause.
Yeah, he was over there talking to Marcus' sister
I think would have been straight.
Yeah, I can't get mad at that.
I think the part where they was in the end zone dancing, that's where it was too much. But
yeah, sure. Sherm didn't, and Sherm over there. I mean, there's just, what, though, we can't get on the friendliness they have between each other. It's just because we're mad at the other team and we want to make sure these guys are taking those games seriously. You worry about the attitude they're going into the game with. If y'all love each other so much, are you going to play? Because people didn't love each other 10, 15 years ago in football like they do now. If you played on the other team, I'm here to hurt you. Now,
you was the enemy.
Yeah. So it's a little different.
I think even LeBron said that he can turn it off. Like during the game, he'll turn it off that y'all friends until after. You got to be locked in. All right, man, I'm going to let you go.
That's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. All right, Chris. Appreciate you, fam. See you tomorrow, okay?
All right, thanks.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Steven out of there, dude. Steve. I'm looking over the wrong name. Cynthia. Sorry, Steve. Cynthia. Cynthia. Let me see. I see Cynthia's note up here on the chat. She says, yes, our D needs some rough cut, beefy brothers and no more Stanford grads. Unless they're like sure.
Hey, Ronbo.
Oh, there you are. Cindy, turn the volume down on your apparatus there because it's echoing back in.
Okay, but can you hear me? Is it good now?
No, I can hear you. Yeah, I hear you clearly. Yes.
Ronbo, this is so depressing. I just looked at this Bears game, and you realize they were drafted right next to us in 2017. They were number 3. We were number 2. Remember that?
Yes.
Look at them now.
We were laughing. Like we had a nerve to laugh.
I know. We were laughing, thinking, oh, yeah, we got over on y'all. Well, look who's having the last laugh right now. They're on their way to the playoffs. They just beat Minnesota. And where are we? We are probably going to be picking number 1. What is wrong with this picture, Ronbo?
A lot, Cynthia. And meanwhile, Solomon Thomas is struggling last year. And that's why I say his sister didn't have anything to do with last year. And this year, I feel sorry for him. But, from a perspective of a player, we're hoping he can at least do his job or else just take the time off and let somebody else have that spot. So you're right. The Bears get the last laugh. Mitchell Trubisky's getting better and better and better. God.
So obviously there's something wrong. I mean, do we need some help at talent scouting or evaluating defensive players? Do we need to hire a consultant?
But we got a couple.
What is really going on?
Cynthia, we have a couple of the best guys in the business. And Peters and Mayhew. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe it's because we've only had a couple of years. Remember, Cynthia, we have to keep in mind. Remember, they had to throw all they had. It's like you go in and you clean a house out. They had to throw everything in the garbage and rebuild the whole house. So, I'm trying to think of an excuse for it, Cynthia. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. 2 years, I guess this is as good as it gets.
Well, all I can say, the Bears were at number 3.
How bad was it? I didn't see the game. I'm not seeing it yet. I'm going to go see it later. How bad did the Bears whoop the Vikings?
It was, I think it was like 25-20. It was.
Oh, it's kind of close.
They stopped. Yeah, it was kind of close. They stopped Minnesota from getting into the end zone.
I heard somebody said, because they said they couldn't do a thing with Khalil Mack most of the game.
Of course. And the announcers were saying, well, when you have 3 people coming off the edge, that's unusual. And I'm thinking to myself, well, we don't even have one person coming off the edge.
And you know what? When the announcers said that, they was talking about Khalil Mack was equal to 3 people coming at you at the same time. Khalil Mack is, you know what? If I was a coach in NFL, I would ask or request that Khalil Mack be brought in for drug testing. He doesn't play like a human being. That's insane the way he plays and runs over people like they're not even there. That's what?
He's just a phenomenal talent. And the fact that we didn't get him, I know we tried and there's probably an issue that Oakland wouldn't have traded him to us and didn't want us to have him. All that. Yeah, I get that.
Oh,
I'm just so depressed right now.
It's
I'm
frustrating.
drink me some tea and go to bed.
But hey, Cynthia, I got to tell you, I've had those kind of days where I went to bed in those kind of conditions, and in the morning I still was mad though.
Yeah.
So
I think I would still be mad in the morning. What do they need? I mean, okay, what possessed them to get Solomon Thomas? Now, I saw film of Solomon Thomas, and he did look like a beast. Is it possible that we are just not utilizing him properly? They say that he should be on the inside and not the outside.
They tried to make him, because he's supposedly fast, so you're hoping he can adapt because we don't have anybody out there, so we're trying to get him to do that, But you know how I mean, I go down on record as my reaction to drafting Solomon Thomas on draft night. I had so many other plans.
I know.
So,
I know.
I tried to adapt to it and like it. And, before the draft even took, we had contingents of people arguing with contingents of people about Solomon Thomas. A lot of us wanted Solomon Thomas. So, here we are 2 years later, and we're still waiting for Solomon to develop. Meanwhile, Mr. Trubisky is going to lead that team to the playoffs. So we have yeah.
Well, and now, okay, they also say that, okay, you're not going to get everybody right in the draft. When you have a draft, you're lucky if you get 50% of them right. And
if that.
So, we had some good ones, but with the number 3, that really hurts you when you don't get that one right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And let us go up this year. And we're under pressure again, Cynthia. This year, we're going to be picking in the top 5, no doubt about it. What are we going to do? Are we going to get the right guy this time? Because last year, I think McGlinchey was good. A couple of years before that, DeForest Buckner was good. So you figure 2 out of the last 4 years, we've done well. That's 50% that you're talking about. That's okay. But can we get 3 out of 5 years, please? Get the right guy this year.
Oh, please. And then bring some people in on free agency. I mean, I know they want to build through the draft, but isn't that going to take forever?
Yeah. No, I honestly think they're trying to get the people through free agency. People are telling the 49ers, owners are telling the 49ers no because they basically don't like us. Listen, Cynthia, nobody in the NFL wants to see the 49ers get up and start rolling again because we tend to get carried away. Harbaugh came in, and that was just miserable for most of the NFL. Before that, the history. See, the 49ers with Shanahan, they've got to know if you let him get started, it's going to be a long time before you bring that team back down to earth. So it should be a league-wide conspiracy to keep the 49ers under control. See? So I understand the sentiment, but they're not going to stop us forever, Cynthia. They can't do it. They can't do it. We're coming.
Well,
it's just a matter of time.
Well, I guess we are coming one of these years.
It'll get better, Cynthia. I promise. You sound so sad.
And I will
keep get better.
The games, and I'll keep, cheering, and eventually it get better. But I'm gonna tell you, watching this game just depressed the hell out of me. I said, "Damn, they were right next to us, and look at them."
They made another great money moves too, and they got Vic Fangio, who should be in San Francisco. We tried to get Vic, the Bears wouldn't have it. Okay,
but guess what? Though we had him and let him go. How about that?
That is something that we'll never forgive Jed for. But we've tried to forgive him for some other things, but okay. Nothing we can do about it now. All right, we'll see what happens next. Cynthia, go ahead and have that tea. And I'll be looking for you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, you take care, Ronbo.
You too. Night, Cynthia.
Bye. Good night.
Oh, God. And Cynthia, her sentiments are pretty much ripple through the entire empire. Mitchell Trubisky's doing well. And anyway. And Coach says, imagine this. Bosa, left defensive end. Buckner, LDT. Thomas, RDT. Graham, RDE. Warner, linebacker. Foster, linebacker. And Earl Thomas, free safety. That's a nice lineup so far. LCB. Left cornerback is that going to be Tavares? You think he's ready? Sherman, RCB. Harris, strong safety. K1, of course, a nickel. Top 5D. Could be. I really am concerned if Kyle's going to let Tavares play in the weeks ahead. Because we've already seen Greg Maven. And I'm still not sold on Akello still being at fault out there. I still think there's some people that are not doing their jobs. So we'll see. Tate Brazy says, I told y'all about Aldrich. That was a bad move. You did. And we have the track. John Dell says with the number 3 pick of the draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Ed Oliver from Houston University. And Joey Mahoney, yeah, dum de doo ah, ooh, Joey Mahoney. Joey, you may as well come on in here, man, and add some insights to some of the things we've already went over tonight. First of all, we've covered to some degree why we can't finish games. And people all know who they want to see sit down. It's become pretty much unanimous. But Joey, what are your thoughts on these subjects and anything else that's on your mind?
Oh, man, this is a long season, huh?
Yeah. It's gotten really long now that we're not winning any more games. We might win, though. Yeah. That could be exciting. Ruin our draft order.
Not at this point.
Yeah, I know, right? Ruins the draft order like last year. That sucks.
Think about it. We could have had Saquon Barkley if we didn't get Jimmy Garoppolo.
But you know what? They wouldn't have picked Saquon.
I think they would have. If we were picking at 2, I think we would have.
I still think they were going to get McGlinchey. I really do think they were going to get an offensive lineman because they were going to trade down no matter what just so they could get that offensive lineman. The 49ers are really serious about building the trenches. Look for a defensive lineman in the first-round pick tomorrow. Next year, this year.
Tomorrow.
Next year. Tomorrow, yes. They ain't going to wait. We're picking him now.
I hope the guy I want is Nick Bosa, though. I ain't going to lie. I want Nick Bosa.
Yeah, I know. He's the most talented.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Either him or Farrell. I like Farrell, too. I think he's good. But I think Bosa's better. But
yeah,
there is a concern.
There's others too.
There is a concern though, because he's hurt, and Big Show wants to make the argument because his brother hurt. He's gonna get hurt because they're brothers. So I don't know.
Big Show's always got those kind of arguments, but he's been right on a number. Actually, he's been right more than he's been wrong, which really bothers me. But he has been. So you actually have to listen to the show sometimes.
Well, Ronbo, don't let it bother you. It's Big Show. Come on.
Eventually, we'll have him. Devil's Son says, "Why are people sounding like we lost today?" Because
we did.
Because it's a funny, Joey. The thing is, the 49ers, having not played the day, won because we are now on top of the draft. If we started today, we'd be jumping. But we're not. We got to endure 6 more games. And the 49ers, I don't know.
How are we above the Raiders though when we're both?
Well, no. See, I see that in writing too. Raymond says due to strength of schedule. I hadn't thought about that. All I knew is we're all 2-8 along with the Cardinals. I see where we're ahead of the Cardinals because the Cardinals head-to-head competition. The Cardinals beat our ass, but the Raiders we beat them.
You know what would be funny, Ronbo? Is if it came down to who gets the first pick, the Raiders versus
Coin
Niners.
toss with the Raiders.
It happens to be a coin toss, and we win again.
If when the coin toss goes up in the air, I'd already start laughing. Raiders, get ready to start crying. I don't even need to see the coin before it's the floor. We're taking that pick. Cling.
Yeah.
Told you.
There's a lot of good. There's a lot of good players though, Ronbo, that we could pick.
I know.
Coming out. Yeah.
But like last year too.
Bosa. Hey, would you want a linebacker that could rush the passer? That's really good. Or would you rather have a pure pass rusher?
No, not unless he's good in coverage. If you find me another Fred Warner, I'll take him.
I got a guy that's better than Fred Warner.
Who is that?
Devin White. He's out of LSU.
Devin, LSU is
Devin.
That's a factory.
Devin White's good.
For
Devin White.
You know what? Is Devin? Is he a linebacker?
Here's the thing. He is a linebacker, but they use him like Von Miller and Khalil Mack. He's basically a linebacker that stands up on the edge and rushes the passer.
How much does he weigh?
Devin White.
What's his weight?
I don't even know. I don't know, like 240, 250.
Yeah, see these light guys. I'm a little concerned because they can be handled by an NFL offensive lineman, unless he's just really strong.
Yeah, no, he's good though. He has to get double teamed to be stopped.
Yeah, now see, if that's the case, if we got a guy coming off the edge that has to be double teamed, DeForest Buckner goes buck wild. See what I do there?
Yeah.
So that's why I need that kind of a force coming off the edge. If that happens, no problem. We'll take him.
Yeah.
So
what about Greedy Williams and trading back in the second, back into the first and getting a pass rusher?
I was going to take Greedy's not lasting until the second round. Yeah.
The second round.
Yeah, I thought you said get him in the second.
No, that's not what I said. I said what about getting Greedy Williams and then trading back from the second round back into the first round?
I should get Greedy first and then come back and get your edge rusher.
Yes. Because there's still Austin Bryant, opposite to Farrell from Clemson. He's really good, but he's not projected to the second round.
Yeah.
Or a later second round pick.
I just can't take. I got to have a monster coming up at all costs. I keep swaying back and forth. I got talked out of this last year. I need an absolute. I mean, the police should be waiting for him at the gate. He's so awful out there. I want an edge that's really out of his mind. I want Khalil Mack to turn on his TV and say, "They said I was crazy. Look at this dude." I want that. I want that so bad.
Yeah.
So
that would be a beautiful Christmas present under the Niner tree, wouldn't it?
Ooh, yes, it would.
Yeah. What about last thing before I got here? What about free agency? You got a lot of guys coming that could potentially be free agents. You got Clowney.
Say no more. Stop right there, Clowney.
A Zingy.
No, really. That's it. I don't even look at anybody else.
If you get Clowney,
I just want Clowney.
If you get Clowney,
man.
So what?
Game
over. You still want that? You still want that other edge rusher?
I need a couple. I want to make sure if anybody gets hurt, I got another guy. I need a project, not a project, but I need a guy coming out of school that's just insanely tough. And I'm taking Clowney too because he ain't gonna beat Clowney out. So I'm gonna have guys coming in. Clowney gets to rest every now and then, but keep fresh bodies coming at that quarterback at all times. We should have won against the Giants. If there'd been anybody in there to put some pressure on Eli, we beat the Giants with ease. We beat the Cardinals.
That's all we got.
We beat the Chargers. We don't lose these games.
Ronbo, this is 2 years in a row, Ronbo.
I know.
2 years in a row. We've got two things against the Niners. One is injuries. Every year, the last 2 years, we've got hurt. The second is we're in games. Last few minutes, somehow, some way, we find a way to lose.
Yep.
No, we can't figure it out.
Yeah, well, don't we?
Unfortunately, unfortunately, Jimmy went down. And now that our backups aren't doing what they need to be doing, now we're going to get a good draft pick, and hopefully this is the last time we're picking high. We got Jimmy freaking Garoppolo, and he's damn good.
Yeah,
you know?
he is. All right.
So
Well, Joey,
we got to make these first.
Make them work. I agree. We got to go, Joey, and I'm looking for you tomorrow, man. As Monday Night Raw, we ain't stopping. See you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right,
Rambo. Hey, thank you for taking my call, man.
Yeah, always a pleasure, Joey. Have a good night.
You got it, buddy. You too.
Oh, here he comes again. It's B Show. I already did your song once. I better not do it again. Overdo it. Big Show.
It's not Monday Night Raw.
I know anyway, right? I thought it was, though. The way Roberto was carrying on, I was looking for Vince McMahon to try to pull him back at any minute. But Big Show, what's going on, man? You know what we're talking about tonight. And go ahead.
You know, people don't talk about this crew enough, and that's the offensive line, and that's actually my second favorite area on the field. I would like to see Sean Coleman take some snaps away from Joe Staley.
Ooh.
We don't have to necessarily bench Joe Staley for the rest of the year, but I want to see why we traded for Sean Coleman. Why we traded for
Sean, S-H-O-N, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Sean Coleman. I'm sorry.
Is he good? Because like you say, I've never seen him play.
He was the Browns' starting tackle, I think, last year, next to the dude who I can't remember his name, but Joe Thomas. He was starting next to Joe Thomas.
I thought
Sean Coleman.
I thought Joe was an edge. I mean, a tackle.
Yeah, Joe was a tackle. Yeah.
Well, Sean played guard, right?
No,
you said
I don't think so.
You said he played next to Thomas. Okay.
Or he played on the opposite side of Thomas.
The right. Right tackle. All right.
Yeah, on the right side. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I would like to see him take some snaps away from Joe Staley and let Joe Staley's body rest a little bit for the Pro Bowl, because I think,
and put Big Mike on the other side just to see what he looks like.
Yes, exactly. See what he looks like on the left side, and then put Sean on the right side and then go from there. You know.
How old is this guy?
Sean?
Yeah.
I think he's like 26 or 27, something like that.
Okay, Gregory Small. Okay, no. Gregory Small's confused. I think somebody got him straight. He thought Sean Coleman was a wide receiver. Music Freak comes in and says, it was a first-round tackle. Never mind. Go ahead. Let's just let them work that out. All right, go ahead.
I could talk about anything else other than wide receivers. That's my bread and butter right there. Yeah, I know, but I can talk about other things too. But yeah,
you just had to get that in there.
People get that. I had to brush that off. But anyways, while we're on the subject of the draft, there's a linebacker I really want you to look up. Should we go that route? And it's Devin Bush out of Michigan. This dude has dog in him, Ronbo. Michigan played Michigan State earlier this year, and before the game in warm-ups, Devin Bush was right out in the middle of the field, wiping his cleats on Michigan State's logo right in the middle of the field, and he was making it known, too, that he was doing that. He was letting everybody know that he was doing that, kind of like how T.O. stood in the middle of the star of Dallas Cowboy game. That's exactly what he was doing before the game of the Michigan State game.
Somebody else did that in Florida last year, too. Who was that? Guy's a good player, too. Was that Derwin James? No, Derwin, he goes to school in Florida. Anyway, it was somebody that I really liked last year that had the same disrespect for a school. I forget which one it was. But he's doing well this year. Whoever it was, because I remember thinking about that a while back. But you're right.
Yeah.
I need attitude and impolite people playing for my team. I don't like it.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I love about Jim Harbaugh is he recruits really, really good defensive players, and he knows how to scout them too. Like, that's the one thing that I loved about when he was with us is he scouted really good defensive players, and I think that's one of the reasons how we got Alan Smith during the time that he was here.
Wait.
Even though
I just realized, let me ask you a question. You gave Harbaugh credit for scouting defensive players? I think Trent Baalke would probably say right now, see, this is the problem with this 49er fan base. You don't appreciate the things I did, and you blame me for everything that went wrong with this team. I scouted those players, and that's why I'm where I am now, because I argued with Jim Harbaugh. I can just see, I see Trent now.
Well, him and
Hey!
well, yeah. Anyway, but Devin Bush is a linebacker you need to look at if we go that route. But if we do end up with the first or second pick, we are definitely going to be trading down. I don't think we're going to stay in that position because we need more. We are extremely thin on defense, and we need more bodies, like on offense as well. I mean, we are so depleted. It's not even funny. I mean, yes, there are bright spots on our team like George Kittle, Mike McGlinchey, Matt Breida, and Jimmy Garoppolo, and that's pretty much about it. We need a lot of help. We really do, and we're not going to stay in one position and hope that
your offensive line is okay, and your skill positions. You know, you might pick up another wide receiver. I don't know that the offense is so depleted, though. They need their people to come back.
Well, Garson's going to disappear here pretty soon, and Dante Pettis hasn't really stepped up. And
I want to see more of him. You know what? The 49ers are going to do all they can to get him going this next few weeks from what it seems like what I read.
Dante needs to add more weight on him. That's what he needs to do.
You think so?
He's way too skinny. I think so, yeah.
But that may be why he can move like he does, too. But you're right. You can't take a hit, though. So.
Yeah, and that's what scares me, too. It's like he's way too skinny, and he needs to add more weight to him to prevent injuries like that from happening again.
I think he's aware of it, too.
You know what I mean?
Because I'm still thinking he hears footsteps a lot of the times when he's bailing on plays. It looks like sometimes the ball was not positioned or placed right. But Dante could have made those plays. I've seen 2 or 3 times he could have made that play. Pettis did not want to take that impact. I don't want to believe it, but I think I saw it a couple of times. I recognize that from having seen that before during the time when I played. Guys were like backing off because they didn't want to get hit. I hope that's not
what Dante
true,
was
though.
doing this past couple of games. And there was this one play where he didn't fight for the first down. I don't know if it's because he was afraid of getting hit, but that really pissed me off. Yeah. You're supposed to fight for those extra yards regardless of whether you don't want to get hit or not. Yeah. And we don't need players like that if you don't want to fight for yardage like that on our team.
Yeah, if you're scared, you can't be in the NFL.
That's unacceptable. Yeah, you can't be scared to get hit. You sign up for this crap. You know what I mean?
Get paid big bucks for it, too. So you put your body out there or do something else. He's always telling people about all the other things he does, so, Anyway.
Garcon was another thing, too. He didn't fight for a first down, and that pissed me off. I was yelling at the TV like, what the hell are you doing not fighting for a first down? You're supposed to reach your arm over that line and get that first down for us.
So we got to go, but I got to tell you, the thing is, you start looking for players to start thinking about their next team. Le'Veon, that's why he wouldn't even come back to Pittsburgh. He wasn't about to go get hurt and ruin his chances to go to another team. That's part of the reason why he didn't come back. It's hilarious. This is a business, and players are conducting themselves in that fashion too. It sucks, but it's what it is.
Yep.
Anyway, show. Look for you tomorrow night, huh?
Shout out to everyone. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
All right.
Yeah. No matter what you say about Big Show, he's always got good points, though. I like to disagree with him on a lot of things, but still, he makes good points, and his arguments are always solid. So anyway, fam, let me run down through it. Cynthia, you're so right. I know the Texans would be stupid to let Clowney leave. I just know we're not going to get him. Roberto wants everybody to know he's having pizza. And Music Free. Oh, he says, I got it all wrong. Son Coleman was a 3rd rounder. Is he a tackle or a wide receiver, though? He must have been a tackle, though, right? All right. Okay. Jalen Ferguson, edge rusher, 12.5 sacks. Really? Just a kid in school? All right, I tell you what, yes, indeed. Thank you. Ronbo was wondering, says he get me about them cutouts. There's this guys. One of them is immortal, and the other one's on a path to being immortal. Man, we're going to get out of here. And I'm looking for you tomorrow. And just have a good night. I know we didn't have a game, but we still were winners this week so far. At least we vaulted ourselves to the top of the draft. I still don't have a lot of value in that, but still, you know. Oh, okay. Coach Tim, he says Devin Bush is too small for linebacker. He'll play strong safety in the NFL. 5'11", 2. Oh God, yes. 5'11", 235. He's too small actually for. Yeah, he's too small for linebacker. First of all, he's too short, so you get killed in coverage. Vegas Kyle wants all 7 rounds to be defense, and I ain't gonna argue with that. All right. We're gonna go, fam. Ah, wait, whoa, don't forget to hit the like. You know, I like likes. I collect likes. At the end of the year, I want to collect my likes. You know, just look at this. Yeah, I know. Everything's ego. Thanks, fam. You know I love you. Tell you what, see you tomorrow night. Monday Night Raw. Have a great night. Niners!